over to Verona to take on the Wildcats. Then in the Badger Small, Reedsburg's taking on Mount Horror-Barneveld. Fort Atkinson is taking on Monona Grove. Sauk Prairie heads over to Stoughton to take on the Vikings. Then the Portage Warriors are taking on Baraboo. Then in the Badger Large, the Oregon Panthers are taking on the Watertown Goslings. Janesville Craig heads over to Milton to take on the Red Hawks. The DeForest Norskies are taking on Janesville Parker tonight. And the last one in the Badger Large, Beaver Dam heads over to Wanakee. Then in the Rock Valley Conference, we've got our game. The Monroe Cheesemakers are taking on the Edgewood Crusaders. East Troy heads over to Jefferson. Evansville's taking on the Whitewater Whippets. And Edgerton heads over to McFarland. Then in the Capital Conference, Watertown Lutheran Prep is at Lodi tonight. Lakeside Lutheran takes on Columbus. Turner heads over to Bigfoot. And Horicon Hustisford heads over to Lake Mills. All of our scoreboard updates on Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania are brought to you by Group Health Cooperative. GHC knows that getting sick stinks. When you need to see a doctor, you can schedule one in hours, not weeks, or you can get a visit online anytime. Another way you and GHC are better together. Coming up next, Alex Strofe and Dennis Semrau are live from Breeze Stevens Field for our game of the week as the Monroe Cheesemakers take on the Edgewood Crusaders. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania on 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
If you're looking to purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Honda, buy local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Oil changes, brakes, alignments, and warranties. Honda's certified technicians handle it all. And if you need new tires, buy 3 and get the 4th for just $1 when they mount and balance them for you. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Help! I keep getting dinged. Every month this happens. See, I got dinged here, ding, ding, dang!
You did get dinged.
Every time I turn around, there's a new ding. What can I do?
You need a clear checking account from UW Credit Union. With no monthly fees, no overdraft fees, and free ATMs, you'll never get dinged again.
The dang dings are done?
The ding, dang, dings are done. UW Credit Union. Here for every you. Terms and conditions apply.
Prep Mania on Wisconsin On Demand is brought to you by Recover 180. Functional hydration with 3 times more electrolytes than leading sports drinks, half the calories, and 1/3 the sugar of competition. Reset, recharge, recover with Recover 180.
Look towards next year. GRB Academy wants to be part of your plan to reach your potential. Utilize GRB Academy's 52,000 square foot facility, 14 batting cages, and 6,000 square foot weight room. Personal lessons are available year-round with over 300 college players and over 150 D1 players. GRB led the way in the Midwest for college recruitment and player development. GRB Academy, baseball is serious play.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that wants to learn more about careers with Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
The Scalzo and Bus train never stops.
I wanted to call and publicly jump on the Super Bowl 56 trade today.
Jump on weekdays 4 to 6 on 100.5 ESPN.
Oh, yeah!
Chugga, 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 chugga.
We welcome you back to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania, 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and WisconsinOnDemand.com, where you can stream live video for free. Oh, boy, we have reached the final week of the high school football regular season, and I don't think there's a much bigger game in the state than the one we've got in downtown Madison at Breeze Stevens Field. How you doing, everybody? Happy Friday night. Alex Strofe alongside the Dean of Area High School Sports, the man, the myth, the legend, the great Dennis Semrau. We've got a good one for you tonight. Monroe, 6-0 in Rock Valley Conference play, 7-1 overall, visiting Madison Edgewood. Also 6-0 in conference play, 8-0 on the regular season. The Rock Valley Conference champion will be determined straight up, and it'll be determined tonight. Dennis, whoo boy, we got a good one to end regular season play, don't we?
Well, yeah, this is the second time Edgewood's played here this year. I don't think we'll get a repeat of that one. That was East Troy, 59-0 Edgewood. That's not going to happen tonight. I think Monroe has a lot to say about that. Yeah, Edgewood, 2 home games at the campus, which they might end up there next Saturday for the first round of the playoffs. That's a possibility. They've had 2 games on campus, a Friday afternoon and a Saturday afternoon, and now their second game here. They're supposed to have a 5th home game this year. They ended up at McFarland because of Taste of Madison that was here, and they couldn't use their own one. Of course, no lights, and that's a rant for another day.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But nonetheless, the Rock Valley Conference Championship will be determined tonight from Breeze Stevens Field in downtown Madison. Monroe and Madison Edgewood go head-to-head to wrap up regular season play. But this is more important than just a conference title, Dennis. This has a lot of implications in terms of playoff seeding, which we'll find out tonight with electronic seeding where these teams fall.
Right. If Edgewood wins 9-0, unbeaten conference champ, you got to think they're a number 1 seed. Interestingly enough, Monroe's only got 1 loss, and that 1 loss was a 1-point loss to Monroe Barneveld, who, if they win tonight, Fort Atkinson loses, they have outright the Badgers small conference title. So a lot of good games in the area tonight, but for Edgewood, this just been a phenomenal season. When Jesse Norris came in here, took over the program, he said he was hoping to get them in this position. And this is the only year they're going to battle for the Rock title, because next year Edgewood goes to the Capital Conference.
Yep, so the only opportunity they get, at least they're making the most of it right here in the final week of the high school football regular season. Dennis alluded to it, a lot of games going on in the area tonight, which means we're going to be checking in on our GHC scoreboard update quite a few times with Molly Brown, who is just up the road at our ESPN Madison studios on Capitol Square. We're just down East Washington here at Breeze Stevens Field. So, Dennis, let's do a quick overview on each of these teams as we've got about 4.5 minutes until the national anthem. Well, let's start with the road team. The Cheesemakers. It's National Cheese Curd Day, and the Cheesemakers are going for a conference title.
Did you get your curd burger today?
I did not get my curd burger.
They sold out in the Madison area.
Oh, yeah, rapid fast. By the time we were on the air at 3 for the jump around, they were sold out all across the area.
Sorry, my cholesterol level and sodium and everything else, that's death on a bun.
That's cardiac arrest waiting to happen, right, Dennis? There you go. How's that for a cheese pun? I've got 2 on the night already. We'll keep track of the cheese puns that I can throw out tonight. But nonetheless, Monroe, kind of a one-dimensional offense, but it's definitely worked so far. Rush, rush, rush.
Yeah, they run that triple wing, and you've got 3 great running backs between Keaton Sweeney at left halfback, JT Seagraves at right halfback, and Alex Hernandez at fullback. Add in the guys who have played for them. Each one of those positions has rushed for about 1,000 yards. And when they had an 11-1 season a few years ago, that team had 3,000-yard rushers on it. So there's some kind of little sink there, I guess. But, yeah, they love to run the football. The difference is if they get behind a team like Edgewood that's a big play team, it's awful tough when you're 2 touchdowns and all you do is try to run it.
Hernandez, Seagreaves, and Sweeney have combined for 29 rushing touchdowns in 8 weeks. Dennis, that's a pretty ridiculous mark, but going to be a lot of fun to see their 3-headed monster go to work tonight against the Crusaders of Edgewood, who have a pretty dynamic offense of their own. The 2 playmakers, Cam Fain and Jackson Trudgeon, both have had terrific seasons. Fain, 8 touchdowns receiving, 4 touchdowns rushing. Trudgeon, 12 touchdowns receiving, 2 touchdowns rushing. So they have combined themselves for 26 touchdowns on the year. They've got a good offense as well.
They do, and one of the things, Edgewood's not in the Badger Conference facing teams 2 and 3 times their size.
Right.
So their injury factor has been pretty low. They've had some bumps and bruises along the way. They've stayed healthy, and they're diversified. The receivers, Fain and Trudgeon, also will carry the ball. You want your playmakers to touch it as much as possible. Those 2 will be involved. The key, though, to the season has been Joe Hartley, the senior quarterback. He only played a game a little bit plus before he was out last year with a broken collarbone. And since then he's come back, and that's one of the strengths is every game he's gotten better and better at running the offense. He's got 22 touchdown passes. That's incredible. you look at what he's been able to accomplish in almost 1,439 yards. So, but he's got the big play guys. He gets it in the right hand. And then just for a change of pace, Mason Fulkers, who ended up taking over quarterback last year, he's the running quarterback. He adds a dimension that teams have to prepare for. He's going to probably get it 2, maybe 3 series as well. But a lot of that's going to depend on how much they get the ball, because Monroe is going to want to grind and grind and grind.
And that's been Monroe's MO all year, no pun intended, all year, right? Ground and pound, run the clock, get points on the board, and hang on to a lead. And they're going to look to do that, chip away at this Edgewood defense. Dennis, I can't believe we're already 9 weeks into the season, the final week of the regular season, but we've got a really good one that I'm terribly excited for.
And it feels good. I mean, this is football weather. It's going to be 48 degrees by the time we get to the end of this game. We've had 70s and 80s all season, which has been incredible.
Kickoff is next. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania, 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Prep Mania on Wisconsin On
Go
Demand
2 minutes
is
here.
brought to you by Recover 180. Functional hydration with 3 times more electrolytes than leading sports drinks, half the calories, and 1/3 the sugar of competition. Reset, recharge, recover with Recover 180.
Is shoulder pain keeping you from doing the activities you enjoy most? Join Stoughton Health and Ortho Team Clinic's Dr. Ashish Raval, board certified in both orthopedic surgery and sports medicine, for an informative free online event. Thursday, November 4th at 5:30 p.m. He'll discuss the causes of shoulder pain and both surgical and non-surgical pain relief options. To register for this free virtual event, please visit stoughtonhealth.com. Then click on Classes and Events. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
The way you get through hard times is to hold strong to your values. At Group Health Cooperative, our common values have sustained us for over 4 decades. Now is no different. We are here in our clinics, but we want you to be safer at home. That's why GHC has more ways for you to get care anywhere, anytime, day or night. Be seen, be safe, be home. Go to ghcscw.com to learn about your virtual care options. We will get through this together, and we will all get better together.
If you're looking to purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Honda, buy local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Oil changes, brakes, alignments, and warranties. Honda certified technicians handle it all. And if you need new tires, buy 3 and get the 4th for just $1 when they mount and balance them for you. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Madison Money Guy Christian Finfrock here. Struggling to understand retirement planning, life insurance policies, or managing your wealth? Listen to my show every Saturday at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN. Or call me right now at 208-1800 for a complimentary consultation. This is Monte.
Steps to the right, dashes, reaches, touchdown.
You listen to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona Madison.
Try it again.
We welcome you back to Breeze Stevens Field in downtown Madison for week 9 of the high school football season, the final week of the regular season here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand, streaming live video for free. Head over to wisconsinondemand.com if you want to see that. But we are just about to get underway here from Breeze Stevens. Alex Strofe alongside the Dean, Dennis Semrau, as Monroe will kick it away to Edgewood, who will start things off on offense. Dennis, here we go, buddy. Final week of the regular season.
Yeah, can't wait tonight. We should find out around midnight the teams that are in the field, and maybe 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, we should have pairings.
Fein back to return, but a squib kick, it looks like, right out of the gates. It's just fallen on at the 31-yard line of Edgewood, and that's where they will start. So pretty good field position to start things off, as Edgewood will work from our right to our left. Maroon jerseys, white pants, white helmets. Monroe will defend from our left to our right, and we'll work offensively from our left to our right. White jerseys, white pants, red helmets, red lettering. We talked about the dynamic offense that the Crusaders of Edgewood possess, Dennis. They'll look to get on the board quickly, I imagine, in this one.
Big plays. I wouldn't be surprised 1-2 play drives to start out with, but we'll see what the 4-3 defense for Monroe can start with.
Hartlieb is out of the pistol formation with Trudgeon now shifting, making it a shotgun in the handoff. Ooh, it's a fake. Actually, a quick pass left side to Fain. Fain cutting, breaking tackles here on the near side sideline. And he's brought down after a gain of 2 yards, up to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, good gang tackling there by Monroe. Might have stunned him on the pass there, but they floated the football pretty fast.
2 receivers to each side for Hartlieb and Trudgeon in his backfield. Hartlieb looking to pass. It's a screen out of the backfield to Trudgeon right side, and he'll go right up the middle for a nice gain and the first down all the way up to the 44-yard line, nearing midfield. Nice first down gain there by Jackson Trudgeon, the preferred walk-on commit to the University of Wisconsin just up the road.
Well, that's what you want. Your 2 game breakers, they each touch the ball in the first 2 possessions.
First 2 plays, that is. Hartlieb again out of the gun. Play action. Quick screen on the right side to Fain, who fights forward past the 45-yard line for a short gain. Nearing midfield once again, up to the 48-yard line. He'll make it the 47. He walked it forward. From the 47, Edgewood goes back to work. First down marker at the opposite 47. On the other side of midfield. Hartlieb dropping back to pass here on second down. Going to fling it down the right sideline. Intended for a diving Trudgeon, but he couldn't quite come up with it. Hartlieb just overthrew him. Brings up third down. They like to throw the ball, Dennis, don't they?
Oh, definitely they do. And that was just a little bit outside the reach.
So big third down with 6 yards to go here for the Edgewood offense. You're just over a minute into this one. 10:44 to go in the first quarter. We remain scoreless. Monroe and Edgewood battling it out for the Rock Valley Conference Championship. Out of the gun once again is Hartlieb. Trudgeon in his backfield. 2 receivers to each side. Snap to Hartlieb on third down. Dropping back, looking, surveying. Dumps it off over the middle. Ooh, and he couldn't quite reel it in.
That was 23 for Edgewood. Let's see, Donovan Nedelkoff.
Donovan Nedelkoff.
Just could not look like he had a chance to maybe pick up the first down.
Nedelkoff has 2 receptions on the year and 1 carry on the year. So not used often, but looked there on third down. Couldn't quite reel it in, so the punting unit on to punt it away for Edgewood. Sam Klestinski, the punter and kicker for the Crusaders. His punt is almost blocked, but up and a good one as Sweeney's back there to return inside the 20-yard line. Sweeney going to use the right side sideline up near the 20-yard line where he's brought down. Right at the 20, in fact, where he's brought down. So Monroe will have their first crack at the offensive possession. Here, less than 2 minutes into this one in the first quarter.
And this is run first, run second, run third, run often, run every time.
Yep, that's Monroe's MO. Now, what's the stat you told me pregame, Dennis? Edgewood has yet to allow a score in the first quarter?
And Monroe has not allowed a point in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
So we'll see.
See if both of those streaks can
continue,
stand tonight.
Well, and you got Monroe averaging 37 points a game and Edgewood averaging almost 39.
Wow. And some little trickeration as we have some offensive line movement here on first down. Here's the snap to the quarterback, George Brookwicki. Brookwicki hands it off and stuffed right at the line of scrimmage is Alex Hernandez, the fullback.
Number 31, Hernandez.
This is going to be good prep for tomorrow, watching the Packers and Army with that triple option.
Yeah.
I was going to say Packers?
Yeah, you did.
Sorry. Hey, we had a double win last weekend. I got all excited about
that.
I
completely understand. We haven't had a lot of those this year. Here is second down now for Monroe. In the little movement there on second down, the line of scrimmage. And that'll go against Monroe. So we'll move 5 yards backwards after the false start with 9:52 to go in the first quarter. As we remain scoreless, but we'll replay second down now. So the 3 backs you'll see pretty much exclusively used for the Cheesemakers are Keaton Sweeney, Wisconsin commit JT Seagreaves, and the fullback we just saw on first down, Alex Hernandez. Here's the second down play. Handoff this time to Sweeney, who uses the right sideline for a nice gain, but he's pushed out. Near the original line of scrimmage at the 20-yard line, maybe got to the 21. Brings up third down.
Key for Edgewood is getting that defense off the field. Again, they want as many opportunities to put their offense in gear, and Monroe wants fewer possessions. They'd be happy with both teams have 5 or 6 for the game.
Third down, 10 yards to go here for Monroe on their first offensive possession of the game. 9.5 to go. Here's the handoff. Again to Hernandez, who fights forward up near the 25, but that's not enough as it brings up 4th and 6.
Hernandez on the run.
So the punting unit will trot out.
Number 45, Herring.
A 3 and out for Monroe on their first offensive possession, and they're deep in their own territory.
Back deep for the Crusaders is Trudgeon.
Henry Bruckwicki on to punt it away. The snap clean, the punt clean as it flies near midfield, bounces at the 45 of Edgewood, and will be down near the 38. And that's where Edgewood will take over their own 38-yard line. Again, good field position, but both of these defenses have stepped up early. 8:45 to go in the first quarter. For nearly 50 years, Zimbrick Honda has provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles. Trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership will save you time and reduce your car buying stress by finding the vehicle that matches your style. If you're in the market for a new or used Honda vehicle, check out Zimbrick Honda in Madison today or look for current inventory at ZimbrickHonda.com, the internet. It's a beautiful thing. As we continue here on Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania, Edgewood now with their second offensive possession of the night. 8:45 to go in the first. Hartlieb out of the gun. This time Fain in his backfield, through receivers left. He pitches it to Fain, who's going to take it up the left sideline. Sheds a tackle near the 35. And all the way up past the 40-yard line is Cam Fain. Up to the 41 is where it'll be marked. So brings up a 2nd and 5 after a 5-yard gain there for Cam Fain.
One of the things to think about tonight, field position, flipping the field. Edgewood's punter coming in pretty much got an edge for Monroe. Bruckwicki came in averaging only 25 yards a punt. The last one went about 37, so those extra yards are going to be key tonight, making the offense's drive a little bit longer.
Again, out of the gun, Joe Hartlieb. This time, Thompson in his backfield. Hartlieb rolling right, looking to throw. Flings it down the right sideline. He's got Cam Fain past midfield, tripped up at the 45-yard line of Monroe, but that's good for a first down and a big Edgewood gain as they enter Monroe territory for the first time tonight. 8:29 to go as the clock continues to wind. And a fresh set of downs here for the Crusaders, playing their second home game of the year here at Breeze Stevens Field in downtown Madison. As Dennis mentioned earlier, they played 2 at their actual home field for the first time since the 90s this year.
And they won them both, so it says something.
They've won them all this year, Dennis, 8-0. And here's number 8, Joe Hartlieb, flinging it up the right sideline, but no dice there on first down, brings up second down. Pass intended for Cam Fain.
Well, the home field is important. Tonight's game originally was scheduled for Middleton, but the only player on the Edgewood team who ever played there was Trudgeon. He's been a 4-year wide receiver for Edgewood, and when Coach Norris asked him, where do you guys want to play? He'd go, we can't play at our school. They wanted to play here. And as I said, they won them all, road and doesn't matter this year.
Doesn't matter this year, right? No, the Crusaders are. The Cheesemakers are far behind at 7-1. Both teams undefeated in conference play. It comes down to this one tonight. Here's a 2nd down and 10 for Edgewood. Out of the gun. Snap to Hartlieb. Hand off to Fain. Fain using the right side of his line, and now the right sideline all the way up past the 40-yard line.
That's a little twist from last time we saw Edgewood play, is that both Trudgeon and Fain are going to be getting a lot more carries tonight.
Mark it at the 41. So that makes it 3rd and
About 6.
6. Can't see the scoreboard here, Dennis, so you're going to have to bear with me as we do the math. You know that's never been my strong suit.
As they say, close enough for government work.
Exactly. Could do that pretty well, I think. Here's the third down snap now. Alone in the gun is Hartley with 3 receivers left. That's the direction he looks and throws. He's got Mark Herring up for the first down. Past the 35. And marked at the 33-yard line of Monroe. So chipping away is this Edgewood offense, who has outscored their opponents in the last 2 weeks 100-0. Pretty good stat, if I say so myself.
50 points a game, yeah. You know they're fast games, though. Running clocks.
That's true.
The only bummer about a running clock is then the subs don't get to play as much. The reserves that work their butts off in practice, so.
Under 7.5 now in the first quarter. Here's the first down snap to Hartley. Hartley rolling right, flinging downfield. He's got Trudgeon inside the 20-yard line. And now the Crusaders are into the Cheesemakers red zone for the first time tonight with 7:15 to go in the first quarter.
15 yards on that completion there to the 18. Nice crossing pattern. Love to see what Trudgeon, who's developed into one of the better wide receivers in the state. Badgers will be getting a good one. See if he can, I'm sure he'll start out on special teams, right?
I would think so.
And here's the guy that can make things kind of happen.
Think he'll be teamed up with JT Seagreaves on special teams, Dennis? Monroe, JT Seagreaves?
Yep.
First down now, Hartley dropping back the pass, scrambling, and he is taken down for the sack.
And
JT Seagreaves, there we were just talking about him, takes him down there on first down as we go under 7 minutes in the first quarter.
Good penetration. He was, last year, the Rock Valley was one of the few conferences this spring to have a conference season. They were in the, Monroe was in the large, went 5-0, and he earned all conference honors at tight end and at defensive end.
Impressive.
Would not be surprised to see him if he, depends on time on the weight room, whatever, he's going to start at a tight end. Could be a DN in college level too. The coaches love his speed and athletic ability.
Second down now after the Monroe sack for Edgewood. Hartley again out of the gun, whistles blow the play dead. And it goes against Edgewood, so this one will be moving back. Delay of game call there on second down.
Ooh, don't like that.
Makes it 2nd and 19, Dennis, but if we know anything about this Edgewood offense, is it can gain that.
Doing one play and put it in the end zone in the next play too. We're just halfway through the first quarter here, still no score.
6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Halfway done. As Edgewood on 2nd and 19. Hartley dropping back to pass. Pressure coming. Dumps it off to Trudgeon. Trudgeon's got space. He's got open field right up the middle. Tripped up near the 10-yard line. Inside the 10-yard line, make it.
Wide receiver screen. Was that wide open or what? Oh.
Just like we said, they can do it in one play. They're all the way up to the 5-yard line now. First and goal for the Crusaders.
First and goal, Edgewood.
And they'll look to get it in here with 5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Now out of the pistol, make it a shotgun for Hartley. Hartley rolling right. Still rolling, eluding, pump fakes, thrown, and incomplete in the end zone. On first down, that one intended for Garcia. Brings up second down at the 5-yard line of Monroe for Edgewood, looking to strike first in this Rock Valley Conference Championship game. I'm Alex Strofe alongside the Dean, Dennis Semrau. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania on ESPN Madison and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Saw over 150 of you rocking with us on Wisconsin On Demand. Thanks so much for viewing. It's the first year we've done the video broadcast, so appreciate you hanging along with us. Big thanks to Hunter Vaughn running the video side of things tonight. Out of the gun now on second down for Edgewood. Snap to Hartlieb. Quick come around by Cam Fain. He gets the pitch. Shedding tackles all the way to the sideline. Touches the pylon. And they will rule him short of the end zone. We'll mark it at the 1 yard line, bring up a third down for Edgewood. What do you think, Dennis? He got the pylon.
Yeah, the knee might have hit just before he hit the pylon. Almost like a 1-2, that close.
Real close. Brings up third down. 1 yard to go. And they'll remain. No, they won't. Make it I formation. Hartlieb's under center. Snap. Handoff to Herring. Herring flying forward. Touchdown, Edgewood. They strike first in the Rock Valley Conference Championship game with 5 minutes and 5 seconds to go. It's 6-0. Crusaders. Mark Herring gets in there. It's his second rushing touchdown of the year. Only his fifth attempt of the year. But it's good for 6-0 Edgewood.
Yeah, 4 carries, 15 yards coming in. So short yardage, and that was the situation. You put your tight end, 6'1", 191-pound junior, and plugged the hole.
Sam Klestinski on to attempt the extra point. It is up, and it is blocked by Monroe. So this remains only a 6-point Edgewood advantage with 5 minutes and 5 seconds to go. We'll take a 30-second timeout. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania on ESPN Madison.
If you're looking to purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Honda, buy local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Oil changes, brakes, alignments, and warranties. Honda's certified technicians handle it all. And if you need new tires, buy 3 and get the 4th for just $1 when they mount and balance them for you. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Welcome you back to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania on ESPN Madison and Wisconsin On Demand. Alex Strofe alongside the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau. And Edgewood has struck first in this Rock Valley Conference Championship game, 6-0. The Crusaders lead the Monroe Cheesemakers on National Cheese Curd Day. It was the second offensive possession that Edgewood was able to get on the board. Now is Monroe's chance with their second offensive possession as Klestinski is on to kick it away for the Crusaders.
That was a long drive, 11 plays, 62 yards, 3 minutes and 40 seconds. And that was only the second missed extra point for Edgewood this year.
And the return is bobbled and then kneeled down inside the 15-yard line there for Monroe. It was Tony Wolf, the freshman, on the return.
The kick handled by number 39, Wolf. Monroe takes over.
So Monroe will take over on their own 14-yard line. And on the near side hash, here we go to work. They rush up to the line of scrimmage, looking to catch Edgewood off guard here. George Brookwicki is the quarterback. He's under center with his three-headed monster behind him. The 3 backs they utilize. Snap to Brookwicki. Quick handoff to Hernandez. Hernandez plowing through the 15-yard line and then some.
Hernandez with the carry. Tackled by Trudgeon and Cook.
Ball marked now at the 18-yard line. So gain of 4 there brings up 2nd and 6 with 4:38 and counting to go in the first quarter.
Here's another stat for you. Edgewood came into the game, 99 tackles for loss.
Wow. Second down. Handoff this time to Keaton Sweeney. Sweeney sheds a tackle. He's up all the way near the 30-yard line. He'll be just short of that mark. But a nice gain for a first down for Monroe as they look to respond, down 6-0 with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, look like a pickup of, wow, Hard to tell here with the markers. I think 11 yards on that one.
From the 28-yard line, first down for Monroe. Snap to Brookwicki. Brookwicki hands it off to Alex Hernandez, the fullback, and Hernandez with a good gain there, up near the up to the 35-yard line.
It's not a big offensive line here from Monroe. It's 6'2", 225 average, but they get off the ball really well, and a lot of returnees from last year, especially the right side there. Austin Fox at right guard and Taylor Herbst at right tackler. They're veterans, and they're running a lot to the right here tonight so far.
7-yard gain on first down makes it 2nd and 3. Snap to Brookwicki. And he'll give it to Sweeney. Sweeney using the right side of the line once again, and he'll fight forward up to the 40-yard line for a first down. Gives the Cheesemakers a fresh set.
Starting to pick them up in chunks here now. 5 on that one.
Starting to get that rushing game going that's been so good all year long, Dennis. First down from the 40-yard line. Their own 40-yard line. Here's Monroe on first down. Snap to Brookwicki. He's rolling left, and he is taken down for a loss. About 4 Crusaders got to George Brookwicki as he went for play action, started rolling to his left, and before he knew it, he was on the turf. Nice stand by the Edgewood defense with 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Like Wes Coates and Finn Callum, their Coates ended up falling on him at the end. Callum got to him first. It was by committee. I'll meet you at the quarterback.
Exactly. Loss of 4 brings up 2nd and 14. Snap again to Brookwicki. And he'll hand it off this time to J.T. Seagreaves, who's shedding tackles in the middle of the field all the way up past the original line of scrimmage. Good for a gain of about 7. Up to the 43 nearing midfield. The first down marker right at the 50-yard line. But that is 3rd down, and we're under 2 minutes in the first quarter.
Seagreaves a load. Mentioned 6'6". He's a big back, but he talked when we interviewed him this week for his profile about how teams are just trying to cut his legs off from under him, so he's been pretty bruised and battered.
3rd down handoff is to Keaton Sweeney, and Sweeney's got nowhere to run. A gain of about 1, but that brings up 4th and 5 from the 45. And Brookwicki will come off. That brings out the punting unit.
Andrew Budzinski right there in the middle of that Edgewood defense. So inside linebacker kept that from breaking open.
So with a 6-point lead, Edgewood getting the ball back here is a nice punt from Brookwicki, bouncing all the way into the end zone. Looked like he might get a generous bounce, but a nice kick nonetheless. However, it'll be ruled a touchback for Edgewood, so they'll take over on their own 20.
He was averaging 25 yards a punt coming in.
I think he just doubled that.
38,
that?
And that was 55.
Oof.
Wow. Players come up big time.
Henry Brookwicki, the senior there on the punt. But Edgewood, with already a 6-point advantage, will take back over on offense. 59 seconds to go in the first quarter. GRB Academy is baseball for the serious player. GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Find the program that fits your training goals and schedule this fall. Visit grbacademy.com for more information. That's grbacademy.com. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player.
So during jump round today, did you talk about that phantom called 3rd strike on the I didn't think it was a...
We didn't, but it was not a strike. I watched that game last night. Absolutely horrendous way to end the season. Here's the first down play. It's past to Herring here on first down for Edgewood. He's got a big gain all the way up near the 40-yard line. About an 18-yard gain there for Mark Herring. He's having himself a night at the rushing touchdown earlier. Now a huge reception.
Yeah, we were talking about Fain and Trudgeon. Yeah, don't forget about the tight end. He's having a heck of a game here. He's played well for them all season long. Just a junior, 6'1", 191-pounder. And just like his versatility.
All the way up to the 37. First down again, Herring. Or excuse me, Hardit Hartlieb out of the gun. Handoff here on first down.
Oh.
Nowhere to run there.
Yep.
Mateo Jimenez.
Yeah, that was the nowhere to run, nowhere to hide play.
You'll get some of those in a matchup like this one.
I lost a 3 on that one.
Under 30 seconds here in the first quarter. Might be the last play of the first quarter. Here's Hartlieb out of the gun. So riding solo. Throws over the middle. Intended for Herring. Tipped and almost intercepted. Nice play by the Monroe defense there. Both Aaron Royt and Chase Storp in the area. So that won't be the last play of the first quarter as that pass falls incomplete. Brings up third down.
That's a tip drill. Interception waiting to happen. Luckily for the Crusaders, it fell incomplete.
First down marker at the 47-yard line. They're lined up near the 39. Or excuse me, 29. Snap to Hartlieb on third down. Rolling, eluding, throws over the middle. He's got a man and then some. Up the left sideline and still going all the way up to the Monroe 30-yard line is Jacob Sheehan. And Sheehan all the way into Monroe territory. Busts this thing wide open on third down. Great play. Connection between Hartlieb and Sheehan.
It's only his third catch of the season. Came in with 2 for 22. Big time play.
Yeah, Edgewood been utilizing some different players here in this first quarter than they have all year. I mean, we've talked about their playmakers, right? Cam Fain, Jackson Trudgeon see a lot of the action on the offensive side of the ball, but Edgewood's mixing it up. 5 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, 36 yards on that completion.
From the Monroe 30-yard line, snap to Hartlieb, rolling right. Has a nice block and time, throwing way downfield, caught inside the 5-yard line. Cam Fain comes up big. What a way to end the first quarter. As Edgewood is inside striking distance again. We'll take a quick break. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania on ESPN Madison.
Edgewood.
If you're looking to purchase Monroe or service a new Monroe Honda, buy local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Oil changes, brakes, alignments, and warranties. Honda certified technicians handle it all. And if you need new tires, buy 3 and get the 4th for just $1 when they mount and balance them for you. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Is shoulder pain keeping you from doing the activities you enjoy most? Join Stoughton Health and Ortho Team Clinic's Dr. Ashish Raval, board certified in both orthopedic surgery and sports medicine, for an informative free online event. Thursday, November 4th at 5:30 p.m. He'll discuss the causes of shoulder pain and both surgical and non-surgical pain relief options. To register for this free virtual event, please visit StoughtonHealth.com, then click on Classes and Events. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
That's what my person says down there.
Welcome you back to Breeze Stevens Field in downtown Madison, as the Edgewood Crusaders lead the Monroe Cheesemakers 6-0 after 1 quarter of play, but Edgewood within the 5-yard line of Monroe looking to add on to their already 6-0 lead. Here's the first down snap to Hartlieb. It's a pitch to Cam Fain. Flag flies as Fain reaches across the goal line for an Edgewood touchdown, but we'll see what the flag is.
It's in the
and it
holding.
is waved off. And it is holding against the offense. That will not count. And we'll move it back a bit.
Well, we finished the first quarter. Edgewood 7-0. Edgewood now 114-0. First quarter scores.
To make it 113-0? It was 6-0.
13. I'm sorry. It's 6-0.
They missed the extra point was blocked. Can't forget about that.
No, sorry, my mistake.
But unbelievable, regardless.
113-0. Think about that. And they've only given up 7 points in the second quarter and 7 in the third quarter.
Wow. It's a good football team, Dennis.
I don't think there's any doubt who won the first quarter here.
I don't think so either.
Or who's starting to win the second quarter right away.
And here's the play on second down. Fain just reversing the field here, and he's wrapped up for a loss. Was trying to do quite a bit. Apologize if you just heard some commentary from the sideline.
That was a Monroe coach, a little irate. I can't hear the plays or hear the coaches up here.
That's the beauty of live sports.
Yeah.
11 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the first half as Edgewood on top 6-0. A long second down here.
Yeah, second.
All the way back at, what is that, Dennis? The 21-yard line? A weird vantage point here at British Stevens, but nonetheless, here's the second half play. Hartley dropping back, throwing over the middle, intended for Herring, almost intercepted once again. There on second down. Nice coverage by Monroe. Brings up third down under 11 minutes to go in the first half.
That was Tucker Markham, outside linebacker. It was behind him just a little bit. Herring tried to get it, and I think he got just enough a hand on it to knock it forward so it wasn't picked off. What makes it difficult trying to figure out where the ball is, we have these soccer lines on the field.
Yes.
Since
and we have a different vantage point than we've had all year. There's no bleachers in front of us. There's the Monroe bench and the sideline only about 10 yards in front of us. Hartley on third down, wafting it, intended for Fain in the end zone, but overthrew him, brings up fourth down for Edgewood. So a drive that's, a set of downs here that started inside the 5-yard line might result in what's too long to attempt a field goal.
Well, it was a 77-yard drive until the holding penalty and the sack knocked him back. So it was a good overall drive not at the end, and not sure about a field goal. Klistinsky's only attempted one this year. However, Finn Callum made a 35-yarder.
And they are going to attempt it. Here's Sam Klistinsky on. Long attempt is up. Oh, just missed it, just left. It had enough. Just enough, but doesn't go. So the score remains here, 6-0. Edgewood on top of Monroe, who will take over after the missed field goal. Still a one-possession game, 6-0. UW Credit Union's online and mobile banking goes above and beyond with top-rated service and security that exceeds industry standards. Explore innovative and intuitive ways to manage your money anytime and anywhere. Learn more at uwcu.org.
Okay, 39.
Ball is at the 22-yard line as Monroe takes over with 10:46 to go.
That was a 39-yard field goal attempt.
39 yards is what it was. And now referees having a quick conference before we go ahead with play down on the field. It's first down from their own 22-yard line for Monroe, who trails 6-0 in this Rock Valley Championship game. Brookwicki under center. First down handoff goes to Seagreaves. Seagreaves fighting for a little gain, but wrapped up and brought down there.
Tackled by Budzinski.
Budzinski there on the tackle for Edgewood. That brings up second down.
Yeah, he's having a really good year. Came in the game with 10 tackles for loss.
Here's the second down play for Monroe, working from our right to our left. They're on the near side hash. Two receivers wide left. It's a handoff, though, this time to Hernandez, the fullback, who fights forward. And he'll be close to the first down marker, but not quite close enough. Brings up 3rd and 1 from the 31. Third down. Snap to Brookwicki. Handoff again to Hernandez. Hernandez fighting forward. And that will be plenty enough for a first down. So fresh set here for Monroe.
Yeah, there's no doubt anything that's 4th and 2, 4th and 1, they're going for it.
Yeah.
The battering ram they've got back there, and Hernandez, it's just the triplets, you could call them.
Well, the help of their offensive line from left to right, Ruffinack, Bunker, Baker, Fox, and Herbst.
All of them underclassmen, by the way.
Wow.
4 juniors and a sophomore in that line.
So Monroe going to be stable as they roll on.
Quarterback, junior.
Both Hernandez and Sweeney will be back, too, the running backs, as well as the quarterback, George Brookwicki. He's a junior as well.
Yeah, only 2 seniors in the starting lineup for Monroe on offense.
Flag before the snap. And it is false start against the Monroe offense. So make it 1st and 15 now with 9:19 to go in the first half.
That was point number 3 of the keys to the game for Coach Golombeski. Number 1 was slow down the passing game for Edgewood. 2 is ball control. And 3, limit mistakes. Do the little things right. That means no penalties.
And a mistake there on first down brings up 1st and 15, no doubt about it, as they are in their own territory here. 1st and 15.
Got to get ahead of the change here tonight.
First down marker at the 42-yard line, which puts them at the 27. First down handoff to Seagreaves. Seagreaves trying to plow through some tackles, and he does.
Trudging with a nice tackle there. Got
the Badgers making some contact with one another.
Yep.
Trudgeon of Edgewood, number 4, a preferred walk-on for 2022. And Seagreaves a commit. Committed after the track season earlier this year. Brings up second down from the 36-yard line. Oh, and we've got a big-time false start there as Isaac Bunker was ready to go before the ball was. So they'll move this one back a little bit more.
Yeah, he was first team all-conference last year. Even the stars make mistakes once at a time. Well, you wonder if it was something the other guys said to him or what. He was like,
he was ready to go.
I want it now. Hey, it was a nice hit.
It was clean, but it didn't count.
Yeah.
In fact, it was illegal. But nonetheless, nice hit.
Yeah.
Brings up second down here for the Cheesemakers on National Cheese Curd Day. Can't get over that. It's Brookwicki. Hands it off. He faked me out. It went to Hernandez there on second down. But flags fly once again.
In the pile.
It's a flag this go around.
Edgewood is celebrating that one. A hold.
Holding again here on the Monroe offense. 2 plays in a row. 3 of the last 4 they've been penalized. Don't love that if you're the Monroe offense.
This is a way to drag it out and keep Edgewood's offense off the field, but they're going the wrong way. Oh, come on, guys.
7:54 to go in the second quarter.
You got to keep a sense of humor about this every once in a while. Okay, come back. Let's get a big play.
All the way back, and what is that, Dennis? The 26-yard line, it looks like?
Yep, moving the opposite direction.
So,
which is what we hope to see Army's offense doing tomorrow.
No doubt about it. 2nd and 16. Second down, snap. Handoff to Hernandez. Hernandez. No, it's actually a fake and a pitch to Sweeney, who's up the right sideline and stuffed.
Good call. Nice fake just about
Faked me out there.
I was like, where's the ball? Oh, there it is. It's outside. At State, we got plenty of practice calling Muskego games, doing just that, trying to figure out where the ball is. And then they have those jerseys you can't read the numbers on to make it even more difficult, right?
No doubt.
We can blame Jesse for that. He's a Muskego.
He's a Muskego alum, right? Jesse Nelson, former play-by-play guy here on Prep Mania. Oh, the first pass of the game. It's Seagreaves on the reception. And he will be short of the first down, but it won't be too short. Maybe 4th and 3.
Brookwicki with the pass to Seagreaves. Tackled by
4th and 3 indeed.
Later in the game, I'd say definitely go for it, but now
still very early, right?
Yeah,
6-0, almost still a one-possession game with only half of the second quarter to go. Now about 6 minutes.
Henry is in to punt.
Brookwicki, low snap, fielded, and punt is up. It's a good one, flying through the air. Trudgeon's going to let it bounce, and it will be down right at the 20-yard line. Just as good as a touchback.
Flip the field. There you go. That'll give Edgewood a chance. They went 77 yards before running into some penalties and a sack on the previous drive. Let's see if they can uncork another long one here.
Dr. Schwab is a board-certified general surgeon who can help with many simple and outpatient procedures to alleviate varicose and spider veins. Visit StoughtonHealth.com to learn more. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together. 6-0, Edgewood on top of Monroe with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter of this Rock Valley Conference Championship game. From Breeze Stevens Field in beautiful downtown Madison, Alex Strofe alongside the Dean, Dennis Semrau, bringing you the action across ESPN Madison and Wisconsin On Demand. First down now for the Edgewood offense. Hartlieb out of the gun. Quick dump off to Trudgeon. Trudgeon is brought down. Nice play by the Monroe defense, who was all over that one. Quick screen to Trudgeon. Not a lot of room to go.
A host of cheesemakers on that one. Yeah, loss of 4. That was a team effort for that loss of 4.
Brings up 2nd and 14 from the 16-yard line.
So what do you call it?
Here we go.
A host, or what are we calling the cheesemakers? There's your cheese. Come on. Where's your cheese added?
A couple of factory workers? Isn't that how cheese is made?
A bunch of curds. Large size.
Second down now for Edgewood. Hartlieb flinging it over the middle. He's got Trudgeon past the 30-yard line. All the way up to the 34. Beautiful pass and catch there by the Edgewood offense as they get rolling here with 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, Trudgeon 6'1", 184 pounds. Long reach. Plays like he's 6'3", 6'4", in between two defenders or double coverage, and just hauled it in. And that was an 18-yard completion. Still waiting for that 50 or 60-yarder we haven't seen yet tonight.
Yep.
You know it's coming.
Cam Fain and Jackson Trudgeon certainly capable at any moment with this Edgewood offense. Out of the gun again, Hartlieb. This time he'll hand it off to Trudgeon. Trudgeon brought down for a loss in his own backfield.
Trudgeon, ball carrier, tackled by number 71.
Sean Ruffinack was there.
Roof, one of the two-way starters, offense and defense for the Cheesemakers with a big play.
Is that his nickname, or did you just give it to him?
Roofy?
Yeah.
It's got to be.
You ever have a nickname, Dennis, besides the Dean?
Oh, yeah. A few.
Want to give me one?
Well, my favorite quarterback was Boomer Esiason, so Boomer.
All right. Quick dump off here to Herring, who's got some space in the open field up to the past the original line of scrimmage by about a yard. Brings up 3rd and 9. Yeah. 3rd and 8, make it. From the 36.
Yeah, Edgewood would like to run this clock down here.
And they have so far, under 3.5 minutes to go. In the first half.
Plenty of time. So far, they've been able to limit the time of possession for Monroe for their defensive. The defense has come up with some nice plays. And then again, that last series, Monroe with the penalties didn't help themselves.
Out of the gun, Hartlieb dropping back to pass, looking over the middle. Going to let it fly. Oh, almost intercepted once again there for Monroe. Was Aaron Royt in the on the defense there in coverage. Once again, he's been all over the place tonight defensively for the Cheesemakers.
Looked like Isaac Thalen had a step there on the defender, but not able to connect there. And here we go punting.
Another punt here for Edgewood. with a 6-point lead and exactly 3 minutes to go in the first half. Monroe going to have an opportunity to get on the board, and they also received the second half kickoff, Dennis. So this could be a real momentum swinger for Monroe. Punt is up. It's a high one, and we'll go out of bounds right around the 35-yard line. 33-yard line is where they'll mark it, Dennis.
Okay.
As Monroe goes back to work with 2:54 to go in the first half. It's that time of year again. Children's Theater of Madison's annual preseason sale has started. The biggest savings, the best seats in the house, all available at up to 40% off. Buy tickets at ctmtheater.org. Here's the first down play. And it's a handoff with a lot of room up the far sideline for Keaton Sweeney.
Yeah, pick up a first down on the first play. Looks like
they've got to get moving,
close.
right, Dennis? 2:40?
Yep, it is.
It will be a first down, right at the first down marker. So they're up to the 33-yard line now. The 43-yard line, rather.
Both teams with their full complement of timeouts.
The Recover 180 timeouts, that is. Here's the first down handoff to Seagreaves. Seagreaves shedding a tackle at the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown Monroe, and this game is tied as JT Seagreaves goes 57 yards to the house. An extra point away from their first lead of the game are the Cheesemakers, thanks to JT Seagreaves.
We talked about Edgewood's quick strike ability. 2 plays, 67 yards in just over half a minute. And now this is an area that Monroe had some problems with early in the season, extra points.
He missed it, Dennis. The extra point is missed, and we remain tied 6-6 as JT Seagreaves busts off a 57-yard rushing touchdown to tie it up.
Monroe was 3 for 9 early in the season in extra points. We're doing some 2-point conversions, and then Lucas Flom took over. Coming into this game, he'd made 14 in a row and 18 of 20.
Wow.
So there you go, the answer of Monroe's chance to take the lead. Now Edgewood with their quick strike ability. Plenty of time, 2:20 to go.
And all 3 timeouts.
Yep.
And a reminder that Monroe will start the second half with the ball as they do receive to start the half. So Edgewood could certainly use the help with a late score here.
And you see why the Badgers recruited Mr. Seagreaves.
Yeah, that makes a little bit of sense, doesn't it?
It's his track season, 100, 200, the relays, jumps. And that's what impressed recruiters and got them on the board. And you saw him pulling away. The defensive back had an angle, just could not come up with it. He was looking back, though, but they say never look back. They're gaining on you. But Seagreaves got into the end zone. Nice to know that we weren't a jinx for him this week either, right?
That's good. As our student athlete of the week, you heard from him in the pregame show. You can find that interview on Wisconsin On Demand beginning tomorrow. Kick and recovered by Fain. Fain will try to make something happen as he goes left, sheds another tackle, cutting and brought down right at the 30-yard line as Cam Fain, the senior, ride out with 2 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the first half. Edgewood, with all 3 timeouts, will trot their offense onto the field and go back to work with this game tied for the first time since, of course, it was 0-0.
This is what we were hoping for. Good closure to the season.
Shootout.
And this is not homecoming tonight. The last 3 weeks we did homecoming games, and the home team lost all 3. So, sure, Jesse Norris, he said, it's not homecoming, right? And he goes, you got a chance tonight. We're not going to bring the
We're not bringing our jinx, or homecoming jinx. We'll try to fix that next football season, see if we can get a homecoming win. Here's the first down snap. Hartley to Herring. He's got him, and he is brought down after a gain of about 5 yards. Nice play there.
It's a great tackle. Chase Sturp, a cornerback, did not let him get away.
Dennis, although we did not bring our homecoming jinx, this is by far the coldest game we've had so far this season. It's about 70 degrees out last Friday. Under 50 tonight is where it'll end up.
I think it was 81 before the week. Oh.
Pass thrown there on second down to Cam Fain right in front of us here, and he couldn't reel it in. So he had to dive backwards, try to catch that one. So it stops the clock. A minute and 41, 101 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, now this is football weather.
No doubt.
Crisp 48, I think, by the time we're finished with this one tonight. And then tomorrow, it's going to be in the 40s for the Badger game tomorrow night.
Whew. Better break out my coat. Third down now. Hartlieb dropping back the pass. Throws over the middle. He's got Trudgeon past the 40-yard line. Will that be enough? It was close.
Like he got over, then he had to come back for the pass. And yes, first down.
Ooh, yes, they will wave it official. First down for Edgewood. A minute 33 once they wave the clock to run, and they do. So a minute 33 and counting. Under 90 seconds now for Edgewood, who's at the 41-yard line, their own 41-yard line. 59 yards to go. 80 seconds now. Hartlieb solo out of the gun. 2 receivers left, 3 right. Dropping back. Hartlieb throwing. Ooh. Intended for Garcia, and it falls incomplete.
Hartlieb's pass intended for number 1, Garcia.
Put wide just inside the sideline. Wasn't sure. It looked like he was going to angle for the post pattern, then just a little dig out and out of range there. But one of those, if the receiver's not going to get it, nobody is. Unless you're one of the reserves on the sideline for Monroe.
Stops the clock at a minute 12 in the first half.
And
we had a late flag.
Flag 4. Roughing the passer.
Ooh, all the way up to the 45-yard line of Monroe. And a fresh set of downs now for Edgewood after roughing the passer call. That's brutal. You mentioned Monroe's keys to the game. Got to eliminate the mistakes. Need to do a better job of that in the second half.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Hartlieb's ability to stand in there against the pressure. He's taking some shots tonight, but he's, for the most part, making sure he finishes on his delivery.
Same setup for Hartlieb. 2 receivers left, 3 right. He goes right. It's Herring there again. Gain of about 6 yards up to the 39-yard line.
Fighting to get out
and
of
the
bounds.
first Recover 180 timeout called here for Edgewood. Recover 180 is a premium hydration solution for anybody that lives life on the go, whether it's on the court, in the gym, or on the field. Recover 180 will help you get to your best. Reset, recharge, recover with Recover 180. 6-6 with 63 seconds to go in the first half. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand. I'm Alex Strofe, alongside my good friend, the Dean, Dennis Semrau. Dennis, like you said just a couple minutes ago, this is everything we hoped for thus far, the final week of the regular season of the high school football season. The playoffs start next week already.
Yeah, this is a pretty good crowd here tonight, by the way. It's been a while since I've been here. You know, I've done a nice job. Big Top, who, you know, the Mallards that run the activities that are out here. Boy, if they can have it here, why can't we have the lights at Edgewood, right?
Right.
Right.
Me and you will have to pitch in a few dollars, see what we can do.
No, it's the neighbors.
Yeah, okay.
Get a few people to move.
Second down now for Edgewood. From the 40, Hartlieb throwing for Herring once again. He's pushed out of bounds at the 35.
Hartlieb's pass is complete to number 45, Herring.
Third down, 1 yard.
Right. Third and short.
Yeah, it's less than 1 if they don't call the first down, and they do. They signaled it late. First down.
First down, Crusaders.
Under a minute now for the Crusaders offense.
It's a nice job by Herring, catch, and then trying to get out of bounds, and the contact knocked him out.
Trudgeon, Fain, and Garcia all lined up left. with Thompson in the backfield with Hartlieb. Hartlieb rolling left. Flag flies. Pass thrown to Fain. Fain cuts inside and pushed out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. But the flag for holding by Edgewood. So this one will come back after a big gain by Cam Fain with 49 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, could see that one coming. When we roll out left, trying to save your quarterback, and unfortunately, it's not just a 10-yard penalty, it's from point of infraction. That's a 15-yarder. That's huge. Yep, spot of the, yep.
So is the
Oh, 10, yeah, it's 10 from the spot of the foul, right, but so it ends up being a 15-yard penalty.
Right at the 50-yard line is where the ball is marked. With 43 and counting seconds to go, and now a late whistle comes. I believe it's a timeout. For who is the question? They have not signaled which side called the timeout. Is it a referee timeout? Because the teams are staying on the field. What's going on here, Dennis? Now the referees are chatting as the teams are awaiting a signal that they can continue play.
Oh, we're playing.
All right, the thumbs up from the head official. We'll go back to work. 48 seconds on the clock now. Out of the gun is Hartlieb. 3 receivers left. And now Thompson in motion. Snap to Hartlieb. Play action. Dropping back as the pocket collapses. Fain catches it left side. He's wrapped up at the 48-yard line of Monroe. The football came out late.
23 Tucker Markhammer was there on the tackle, and it comes up with a football.
And Monroe has recovered the ball with 37 seconds to go in the first half.
Great hit on the play by Markham, and then forced the fumble and recovered it.
Right at the 50-yard line. Monroe with 37 seconds and all 3 timeouts will have the opportunity to take the lead before they receive the second half kickoff. Well, this feels like a conference championship game. Crucial turnover there. 37 seconds to play in the first half. First down snap. It's a handoff. Again to Seagreaves. Seagreaves, late flag flies. I believe that will be a holding penalty as Seagreaves fought his way all the way up to the 38. But it is holding against Monroe, so we'll move this ball backwards.
It looks like it takes Seagreaves a little bit of time to get that body moving. When he does,
he's quick.
He's quick, and he is physical. You don't arm tackle him. You don't solo tackle him either.
Right.
It's got to be a group effort. And, yep. So another one. It's holding is marked from the point of infraction, but it ends up being, this is going to be about a 13-yarder. Yeah, 13 yards.
Clock stops at 30 seconds. This game remains tied, 6-6. Monroe on offense, first and long. First and 25, that would be. Here's the snap. Handoff to Sweeney. Sweeney fighting behind the right side of his offensive line, but not a lot of room to roam there. A gain of about 2 yards as we're under 10 seconds.
Yep, that did it right there, that penalty. They had a shot with the way Seagreaves ran. But are we going to call a timeout?
Won't do it.
Nope, they're going to
timeout Monroe. Recover 180 timeout. Reset, recharge, recover. With recover 180, 6 seconds left in the first half. And this game is tied at 6 apiece between Monroe and Edgewood, battling it out for the Rock Valley Conference Championship. After this game's done, I'm going to need something to eat, Dennis, and I think I'm going to go hit up the local Pizza Pit. For over 50 years, Pizza Pit has been delivering fast, fresh, and hot pizza. Pizza Pit isn't just pizza, though. They serve breadsticks, pizza fries, wings, gyros, and
meatball subs.
Dennis's favorite. With 8 area locations, you can't go wrong. Now, Pizza Pit, even easier to order on the Pizza Pit app, available wherever you get your applications. Pizza Pit. Don't forget the cookies or the ice cream.
Hey, the ham and Swiss with sliced tomatoes is highly recommended too.
Okay.
And you get a bag of chips in with each sub. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. It's good to know. I think I'm going to eat myself a ham and Swiss sandwich tonight. Love having the dean around, not just because of high school sports knowledge, but because of food knowledge, too. That's certainly helpful. 6 seconds here, Dennis, from the 39-yard line. Snap to Bruckwicki. And he's going to keep it, rolling to his left, still on his feet, brought down. And that will end the half. This game is tied 6-6 between Madison Edgewood and Monroe. Coming up at the half, a scoreboard update from other games around the area. There's some pretty good ones going on. Sun Prairie's at Verona, Fort Atkinson's at Monona Grove, Portage is at Baraboo, and a whole lot else. We'll update you on all those scores as well as take a game rewind on this one. It's still tied. We'll do that next. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Reset, recharge, and recover with Recover 180. Recover 180 is the premium functional hydration solution everyone needs to get. On the field, in the gym, or at the office, Recover 180 is the drink that will help you feel your absolute best. With only 60 calories and 3 times more electrolytes than other leading sports drinks, Recover 180 improves energy, reduces stress, and offers rapid relief and recovery from dehydration. Before, during, or after a workout, Recover 180
Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud of the Madison Edgewood Crusader dance team, and tonight is their parent.
Through hard times is to hold strong to your values. At Group
Starting off is our
common
senior
values
captain,
have sustained us for over
Michaela
4
Feller.
decades. Now is no different. We are here
Kim,
in our clinics,
Feller,
but we want you to
Yanis,
be safe
and
at
Leo
home.
Yanis.
That's why GHC has more ways for you to get care anywhere, anytime,
Lauren
day or night.
Kelly.
Be seen, be
Representatives
safe, be
Renee
home. Go to
Bergalau and Patrick Kelly.
GHCSCW.com to learn about your virtual care options. We will get through this together, and we will all get better together.
Katie Rule.
This week on Antiqua's Paradise.
So I found this in my
Ava
attic.
Steiner.
A genuine hero
Represented by
or home
Karen
equity
and
line
Ray
of credit.
Steiner.
Whoa, what's it worth?
As much as you want.
Ellie
And you
Rose
can use that
Smith.
money for remodels,
Represented by
tuition, just
Emma
about
Smith.
anything.
And
Plus, you only pay
Barbie
interest on what you
Collier.
use.
Wow, and it was just in my house.
Yes, it's on almost
Ava
everyone's. Find out how much equity your home is hiding with a
Tracy and
free
Brian.
quote. UW Credit Union, here for every you. Equal housing lender.
Is shoulder pain keeping you from doing the activities you enjoy most? Join Stoughton Health and Ortho Team Clinics Dr. Ashish Raval, board certified in both orthopedic surgery and sports medicine, for an informative free online event, Thursday, November 4th at 5:30 p.m. We'll discuss the causes of shoulder pain and both surgical and non-surgical pain relief options. To register for this free virtual event, please visit StoughtonHealth.com and click on Classes and Events. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
If you're looking to purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Honda, buy local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Oil changes, brakes, alignments, and warranties. Honda certified technicians handle it all. And if you need new tires, buy 3 and get the 4th for just $1 when they mount and balance them for you. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Prep Mania on Wisconsin On Demand is brought to you by Recover 180. Functional hydration with 3 times more electrolytes than leading sports drinks, half the calories, and 1/3 the sugar of competition. Reset, recharge, recover with Recover 180.
Saturday they went
When
to
you're
the
having computer problems, you need a company you trust to get things working again, quickly and affordably. Madison Computer Works has been doing that for business and residential customers for decades. Our computer care plans take away the hassle of being without your computer or needing to bring it in for repair. Starting at only $10 a month, our local and friendly techs provide remote help and can fix most problems in just minutes. Call 608-231-8000 and sign up today. Madison Computer Works, computers that work for you.
Are you looking for a great part-time job? Do you remember your bus driver growing up? How they got you home safe and watched out for you? Now is your chance. Be a positive influence, serve your community, and help get our kids back to school. Cobuson Buses has immediate openings. See how you can have the opportunity to earn up to $20 per hour based on experience. Apply today. Visit Cobuson.com. That's KOBUSSEN.com.
North and South Seafood and Smokehouse is Madison's favorite spot for smokehouse, barbecue, and seafood. Visit one of their 3 locations today in Madison, DeForest, or Verona. With craft cocktails, authentic wood-fired smokehouse items, and excellent seafood, you can't go wrong. The Madison location has expanded, and the Verona and DeForest locations both offer outdoor seating. Follow North and South on Facebook for the latest updates, or visit eatnorthandsouth.com for more information.
Each week on the Jump Around, it's your chance to bring the tailgate home. Have the chance to get catered food from North and South Seafood and Smokehouse. Along with 6-packs of beer from Hot Dog Brewing Company and a bottle of liquor from State Line Distillery. Don't miss your chance to win the home game. Look at the contest pool at ESPNWisconsinContest.com.
Saturday on college football on ESPN Radio. The 20th ranked Florida Gators head into the Bayou to face the LSU Tigers. Coverage begins at 11 a.m. Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ESPN.
Welcome back into Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania on 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand. Our score between Monroe and Edgewood, they are tied at 6 at the half. Let's take a look at all of the area scores. Scoreboard updates on Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania are brought to you by Group Health Cooperative. GHC knows that getting sick stinks. When you need to see a doctor, you can schedule one in hours, not weeks, or you can get a visit online anytime. Another way you and GHC are better together. In the Big 8, Madison Memorial and Beloit Memorial are tied at 7 in the second quarter. La Follette and Madison West. La Follette leads that one 7-0 in the second. And a spotlight game of the week for us, Verona and Sun Prairie are tied at 14 with just a couple minutes left in the second quarter. Then in the Badger Large, Oregon leads Watertown 7-0 at the half. Milton leads Janesville Craig 20-7 in the second quarter. DeForest and Janesville Parker are also tied at 7. That was after 1. Then another spotlight game of the week for us, Wanakee leads Beaver Dam 36-0 in the second quarter. Then in the Badgers Small, a spotlight game of the week for us is Fort Atkinson and Monona Grove. That one was tied at 0 after 2. Then Baraboo is leading Portage 21-6 in the second quarter. Then another one in the Rock Valley Conference. Jefferson leads East Troy 21-0 in the second quarter. Moving on to the Capital Conference, Lodi at the half leads Watertown Lutheran Prep 27-0. Then the last spotlight game of the week for us, Columbus leads Lakeside Lutheran 28-14 at the half. And Lake Mills leads Horicon Houston
6,000 square foot weight room. Personal lessons are available year-round with over 300 college players and over 150 D1 players. GRB led the way in the Midwest for college recruitment and player development. GRB Academy, baseball, a serious play.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows in Dorset, Wisconsin. Every weekday from 9 to noon on 100.5 ESPN.
You talk for 3 hours, and stuff's going to come out that you're thinking, sure. The fact that Green Bay is going to boat race the New Orleans Saints, that wasn't real smart. Still feel good about them winning the division.
Wilde and Tausch is also brought to you by American Family Insurance. Here to get you one step closer to your dreams. All of your dreams. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Visit amfam.com to learn more.
Jesse Nelson here for Condon Jewelers. My wife and I celebrated our wedding day earlier this summer, and it would not have been the same without Condon Jewelers. Jim, the owner, who's always at the store, helped me pick out her engagement ring 2 years ago, and then I had another no-pressure experience stopping in again this year for my wedding band. Stop in and, just like I did, find out what it truly means to be comfortable working with a jeweler with your best interests in mind. Just off East Wash, right next to Office Depot, Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
We welcome you back to Breeze Stevens Field in beautiful downtown Madison for the Rock Valley Conference Championship game. Love that we can say that. Here in Week 9 of the high school football season between the visiting Monroe Cheesemakers and the hosting Edgewood Crusaders. We're tied as we get ready to bring you second half action. Alex Strofe alongside the Dean, Dennis Semrau. 6-6 your score. For nearly 50 years, Zimbrick Honda has provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles. The trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership will save you time and reduce your car buying stress. Whether you're looking for a new or used Honda, Zimbrick Honda, they've got what you need. Head over to ZimbrickHonda.com to search current inventory. Dennis, we're tied up. This one is as good as it gets as Monroe set to receive the second half kickoff.
Well, we saw a turnover at the end of the first half there for Edgewood. Monroe not able to capitalize on it. I think first team that commits one and scores, that could be the difference in this one. And as we've seen, extra points. I heard somebody say, hey, Mason Crosby night is here at the ballpark. No, we're not going to get that many field goal attempts in a high school game. But the kicking game, punting, we talked about that throughout the season. Special teams is such a crucial part.
And we are underway here in the second half as Sam Klastinski kicks this one, and it goes out of bounds. So a flag will fly here to start the second half.
Let's see, there you go. Extra yards added on now for Monroe because of the kick out of bounds.
Monroe will take over first and 10.
I think it goes out to the 35-yard line. That is big difference there.
Big difference rather than what was it bouncing at, about the 11? I think is where it went out of bounds. So, but a 24-yard difference there. First down now for Monroe from their own 35-yard line. They scored last. They're looking to score twice in a row. A little shifting going on in the offensive line. And a recover 180 timeout used right off the bat here for Edgewood. No time has come off the clock in the second half. And a timeout burned. There was 12 men on the field, so that would add up why a timeout was burned before the snap was made. But reset, recharge, recover with Recover 180. Recover 180, the premium hydration solution for anybody that lives life on the go, whether it's on the court, in the gym, or on the field. Recover 180 will take you to your next level. You can reset, you can recharge, and you can recover with Recover 180. Now, the Galaxy high-rise apartments are to our left here, Dennis.
Yes.
And I've been seeing people pop out onto their balcony to take in this game because they've got a pretty good view of all the events that take place here at Breeze Stevens Field.
We got binoculars to listen to us on the radio. Hey, There you go.
That's quite the setup, man.
It didn't have to pay for a ticket either. There's a freebie for you.
There you go. Wonder if they do that for the concerts? I mean, that's got to be some premium housing there.
I believe so.
First down from the 35-yard line. First play of the second half now. Snap to Brookwicki and a quick handoff to Alex Hernandez, who fights forward for a gain of 9 all the way up to the 44-yard line. Nice first play from scrimmage there for the Cheesemakers.
Trudgeon got through from his defensive back spot, got it through the line and tripped him up there. Otherwise, Hernandez could have been right down the center field. That could have been a 65-yard touchdown.
2nd and 1 now for the Monroe offense. George Brookwicki, the quarterback under center, 2 in his backfield. It's Seagreaves and Hernandez. And now in motion is Sweeney. Handoff is to Hernandez once again. Fighting forward. I don't think he got there, Dennis.
Needs to get to the stripe and did not get that far.
Just short. It'll bring up 3rd and... look at that, Dennis. What is that? Maybe half a foot?
1.5 feet. Well, the front of the football. 14, let's go, 14.5 inches.
All right, 3rd and 14.5 inches to go here. Just 1 minute into the third quarter. Brookwicki's under center once again, the same 2 in his backfield. Sweeney lined up as a tight end. Here's the handoff to Seagreaves, shedding off the left side. He's up near the 50-yard line before he's brought down right at midfield. Nice carry by the Wisconsin commit, J.T. Seagreaves. And Monroe is rolling early here in this third quarter.
Got over to the left and just loaded his pads and just took on a couple of tacklers. You put the ball in his hands. I don't know if you want to start 5 yards in the backfield with it, but you got 6 yards on the play. That's all that matters.
Beautiful 54 degrees right now here in Madison. And that's continuing to drop. 8:23 p.m. Thanks so much for rocking with us here on Prep Mania. First down, Monroe from the 50-yard line. Handoff this time to Hernandez, but flag flies, whistle blown, and this play is dead.
Offsides.
Penalty goes against Edgewood, an offsides call. So that will bring the ball within Edgewood territory for Monroe, who has yet to lead in this game. 6-6 is your score. Had the opportunity to take the lead, but both teams missed their only extra point attempts of the game. Edgewood's was blocked. Monroe's was just missed. Wide left.
I'll tell you, Monroe's doing exactly what they need to do. They're able to move the ball a little bit. They've prevented the big plays. They're right in this, so they don't have to change their offense at all.
1st and 5 from the 45 of Edgewood for the Cheesemakers of Monroe. Here's the handoff to Hernandez once again. Hernandez plows forward past the 40-yard line. And the Monroe sideline looking for a face mask penalty as Hernandez's mouth guard actually came out on that tackle, Dennis. But a really strong carry by the fullback, Alex Hernandez, nonetheless, up to the 39-yard line. Good for a fresh set of downs for Monroe.
Yeah, when you look at Hernandez, he's 6'1", 228 pounds. Battering ram comes to mind with him.
Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, first down once again. Brookwicki fakes the handoff. This time a pitch to Sweeney. Sweeney, you're going to use the right sideline. See you later. Keaton Sweeney to the house. Touchdown Monroe as they take their first lead of the night with 9:08 to go in the third quarter. It is 12-6.
Beautiful. Hernandez really sold that fake, didn't he? Didn't you think he had the ball?
Wow, that was fantastic.
And he took 2 or 3 guys with him. Meanwhile, on the pitch, once Sweeney got outside, it was see you later.
Sweeney's 13th touchdown of the season. He leads the team.
Came averaging 10.3 yards a carry.
He got quite a bit more than that on that touchdown carry. Makes it 12-6, 9:08 to go. Extra point is up, and this time it's good. 13-6 is your score. Monroe with their first lead of the Rock Valley Conference Championship game. Man, oh man, do we have a good one brewing here from Breeze Stevens Field in Madison. Big trailers and big opportunities abound at Stoughton Trailers. Stoughton Trailers has hundreds of immediate openings in Evansville, Stoughton, and Broadhead for first and second shift opportunities. Well, and little side note, they've also increased their starting pay at up to $18 per hour and up from there for open positions, including assemblers, welders, and more. Head over to stojobs.com. That's STOjobs.com. Stoughton Trailers, big trailers, big opportunities. 12-6, Monroe on top of Edgewood in the Rock Valley Conference Championship game. Both teams came into this one 6-0 in Rock Valley play. Only one can leave victorious and crowned the conference champion. Monroe playing with some fire out of the break, Dennis. Took less than 3 minutes to get that touchdown on the board.
Yeah, 5 plays, 65 yards, 252 time of the drive. For a team that prides itself on grinding it out, they can make their big plays too. That's a 57 and a 38-yard touchdown runs tonight. One for Seagreaves, the next one for Sweeney. I guess it's Hernandez's turn the next time
Yeah,
around.
I guess so. Huh?
Equal opportunity offensive game plan.
And here is the kick. It actually bounces. This looks like a little bit of a squib as Trudgeon picks it up. Cutting, oh my goodness, he's got open space all the way up to the 45-yard line. Nice return by the Wisconsin commit, Jackson Trudgeon.
If you're going to do that, you do not want to kick it to one of their big guns back there. You want to put it in the hands of a linebacker, another player maybe is not used to returning kicks. Trudgeon got it, hit the ground running, and 45-yard line. So the last drive from Monroe started on the 35. Edgewood just did him 10 yards better.
My goodness. So Edgewood, from their own 45, looking to respond with 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. They trail 13-6. Hartlieb out of the gun. 3 receivers to his right. This will be a handoff to Trudgeon. Trudgeon up the middle of the field. Stiff arm at the 30. The 20. The 10, touchdown, Jackson Trudgeon, 55 yards to the house. And this is again a 1-point ball game.
One play. 11 seconds. Well, you can run a little bit faster than that, but carrying a football, that's pretty good.
That's not too bad for 55 yards, Dennis, in full pads. Jackson Trudgeon says, anything you can do, I can do better.
He looked like he had a shot at him when he broke through the line of scrimmage, and then a defensive back. No, you're not going to. It's like Seagreaves. You're not going to take him down with an arm tackle or less than 2 or 3 players.
Sam Klestinski on to attempt the extra point. His first was blocked. He's looking to tie up this game. Second one up. Second one is good. This game once again tied 13-13 with 8:51 to go in the third quarter.
Incredible back-to-back 30. Well, again, shorter fields. The kicking game was such a big part of it. Monroe grounded out a little bit, and then it had the big burst. And for Trudgeon, again, the game breaker. That's the difference in the offense this year, what they're able to do. The running game last year, I wasn't convinced. Is Edgewood going to have a good run in the playoffs? You have to be able to run the football when the weather gets bad. And we just saw with Trudgeon there, and Fain can also handle it. And we haven't seen much out of Hartley running the ball, but he could do a little bit of damage too.
No doubt about it. Dr. Robel and the ortho team at Stoughton Health can help you get back in the game. From student athletes to weekend warriors, the ortho team at Stoughton Health is there when you need them. Learn more at stoughtonhealth.com. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together. 13-13, 8 minutes, 51 seconds to go in the third quarter. There's a conference title on the line here from Breeze Stevens Field in downtown Madison. He's the Dean Dennis Semrau. I'm Alex Strofe. Along with Hunter Vaughn, Molly Brown, Alex Gravatt. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand, streaming video.
Whatever adjustments they made at halftime, boy, they work. I love it when a plan comes together.
About 200 of you rocking with us on Wisconsin On Demand, a live and free video stream. Thanks to all of you hanging out with us on there. A short kick there, fielded at about the 40-yard line. Tackle made at the 43, so good starting field position again here on this drive for Monroe, Dennis.
Yeah, we saw with the Middleton and Sun Prairie game. No, was that the Pooch? No, it was the Wanakee Forest.
Yes,
getting mixed up here. That Wanakee did it, and then finally caused a fumble there. You're wondering if maybe Edgewood's setting that up for later in the game.
From the 43 for Monroe. Back to work now. First down, handoff to Hernandez. The ball came out, and Seagreaves picked it up and brought it past the 50-yard line. Heads-up play there by J.T. Seagreaves.
Oh, lucky play there on that one, and they end up picking up enough yardage for first down. Coach, if you pull the game out tonight, go get a lottery ticket afterwards. That was a gift.
Indeed it was. But a fresh set of downs now in Edgewood territory from the 47-yard line. A little bit of motion here for the Monroe offense, as there has been quite a bit all night as they use 3 running backs. Here we go. Handoff this time to Hernandez. Hernandez stopped right at the 45, but not after a gain of 2 yards.
Yeah, Hernandez is saying, hey, I got a touchdown in my back pocket here somewhere. We spent so much time talking about the offenses and what they can do. Defenses are going to have to come to play here in the second half.
They've been impressive thus far, though. Second down now for Monroe. 2nd and 8 from the 45. Snap and a whistle. Flag flies. Play is dead. False start on the offense. So we'll move back, and now we've got a little bit of a chippiness going on as Alex Hernandez is going to come off.
Yeah, pushes him back to midfield.
Yeah, right at the 50-yard line is now where Monroe is set up as the ball gets placed. 2nd down.
The one advantage/disadvantage of being right behind the bench is you hear everything.
You hear everything. You know everything that's going on. Here's a handoff on 2nd down to Seagreaves. Seagreaves using the left sideline all the way up near the 35. You're not kidding, Dennis. Once that guy gets going, he is like a freight train, man. Holy smokes. Great carry again by the Wisconsin commit, J.T. Seagreaves.
He gets one step there, a cut back, he's gone. And he threw his arm out like, oh, so close. He is fun to watch. And we'll be getting to call his name a few times this year. An outstanding basketball player. A double-double machine for the Cheesemakers on the hard court.
At 6'6", I tend to believe you on that, Dennis.
I saw some really good games out of him last year. He's been on varsity since football and basketball since freshman year.
Great athlete. Here we go. 3rd down play now for the Monroe offense with 7.5 to go. It's a handoff to Sweeney, and Sweeney's pushed into the 1st down marker, which means that'll be plenty enough. 1st down for Monroe off the carry from Keaton Sweeney, who had a big touchdown earlier in the half. Not a whole lot earlier, though. We're only 5 minutes into the half. High-powered offense is coming to play in this second half. 1st down now from the 35-yard line of Edgewood. On the near side hash, here's the handoff. Caden Huster.
Yep, Kuster there with the run. One of the reserves going to get a little bit of time. You talk about how much, the starters do, but he's been able to contribute a little bit this season.
Alex Hernandez, the starting fullback, remains on the sideline. We'll keep an eye on what that's about. But nonetheless, here a 2nd down play for the Monroe offense. Handoff this time again to Keister. Up to the 22-yard line. And a 1st down. So that brings up 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line of Edgewood. Now, this team likes to run the ball pretty much all the time, Dennis, but it certainly works when you've got the slew of star backs they have.
We've had one pass attempt from Monroe tonight.
Only 31 of them on the season, Dennis. That counts the one tonight.
I'm sorry. If you're a fan of the spread and passing, you don't like Monroe.
Keister flies up the middle for a nice gain there, Dennis. Once again, up to, I believe, the 14-yard line. As the chilly wind begins to blow. You may have just heard that in our natural sound mic outside the window here. It's a chilly one, but a lot of flags in the end zone, flying with power. Here we go. Second down, 5:40 to go in the third quarter. Handoff again to Keister. Keister up the middle, only one man to beat. He goes right into him, lowers the shoulder, and he's brought down. But it's good for a first down, make it 1st and goal for Monroe, looking to take the lead back as we're tied at 13. Monroe and Edgewood going back and forth in this Rock Valley Conference Championship game on Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania. 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand. Handoff this time to Sweeney, who's getting on the outside. He dives, and he is in. Touchdown, Monroe. Keaton Sweeney with his second rushing touchdown of the night makes this 19-13. Monroe back on top. 5:08 to go in the third quarter. It's been a high-scoring third quarter all of a sudden.
Yeah, 3 scores after just 2 in the first half.
Flom to attempt the extra point. That is up. And that is good. 7-point advantage for Monroe, 20-13. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania.
You're listening to Prep Mania on 100.5 ESPN WTLX. If you're looking to purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Honda, buy local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Oil changes, brakes, alignments, and warranties. Honda certified technicians handle it all. And if you need new tires, buy 3 and get the 4th for just $1 when they mount and balance them for you. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Reset, recharge, and recover with Recover 180. Recover 180 is a premium functional hydration solution for everyone who lives life on the go. On the field, in the gym, or at the office, Recover 180 is the drink that will help you feel your absolute best. With only 60 calories and 3 times more electrolytes.
Yeah, whoever started it, and then the recovery goes from the point of the fumble.
Breeze Stevens Field in downtown Madison. As Monroe kicking away, they now have a 20-13 lead over Edgewood, but Jackson trudging here on the return, all the way up past the 30-yard line, has something to say about that. It's been a back-and-forth third quarter. 3 touchdowns scored in the third quarter, and we're just 7 minutes into it. 5 minutes to go. Where'd the offensive coming out party start? And I mean, first half we ended 6-6. It's now 20-13. Just what, 7 minutes into the third quarter?
Yeah, John Mason just asked too about that fumble. That was 3 yards to the first carry, and then actually Seagreaves picks up 11. He gets 11 yards, but no carries. There's only 1 carry per play, but it's like when you have the flea flicker pass. Pass back on a lateral. Two guys have yardage and only 1 attempt.
Hartley eluding the pocket here on first down and just throws it away as he was well out of the pocket, eluding right and had pressure coming, so he got rid of it in the area of a receiver. Brings up second down.
Yeah, you mentioned then to the that fumble. That was huge. You think about that if Monroe turns the ball over at that point. And because Seagreaves in the right place at the right time, they were able to cap it with a touchdown. That was Sweeney's second of the game.
Second of the quarter.
Yeah. Second in how many minutes?
Yeah, right. Second in what, 4 minutes? Pretty impressive. 4:52 to go now.
Exactly 4 minutes. Nice call.
Yeah, look good for me. Campaign here. The second down carry. Fights forward for a gain of 2 yards. Not a lot of room to operate, but made it a positive, but that does bring up third down from the 35-yard line. First down marker at the 43. Third down, 8 yards to go. Big drive here for Edgewood, who trails by a touchdown. 4:20 to go now in the third. Hartlieb out of the gun. Fain currently lined up with him, 2 receivers to each side. Fain flips to his right now. Now going. Pressure coming. Pocket collapsing, and Hartlieb is sacked. A huge play there by the Monroe defense, as Isaac Derrickson gets there on third down, and the punting unit will come out for Edgewood.
Reserve lineman there. Nice play for Derrickson. It was a one-on-one. Hartley shook off the first defender, rolled to his left, and Derrickson was right there in his grill.
Punt is up. Bounces at the 35. The 30 picked up right around the 25 and ran out of bounds at about the 33-yard line by Sweeney. Mr. Do-It-All for this Monroe team. Sweeney entered the game with 863 yards on the ground and 12 touchdowns. He's added 2 touchdowns and I imagine around 100 yards, Dennis?
Yeah, pretty close to it, thanks to that long run. Well, you look at, what was his short run? Oh, it was 38, and then the last one. Yeah, he's got to be close to 100.
First down handoff is to Seagraves. Not really any room to operate there. He actually might have been brought down for a short loss. Nice play by the Edgewood defense.
Yeah, looks well, it's still 2nd and 10 now. Again, big guy. Fall forward. You'll gain a couple yards.
You'll gain a yard, right? At
right?
6'6". Brings up 2nd down now for Monroe. A little bit of motion at the line. Snap and the handoff. Sweeney here going in the A-gap. Oh, man, they were trying to pull that ball loose, but he hangs on to it while he's brought down after a gain of 1.
Good idea there. Wes Coates, 58, the defensive end, trying to strip him there once he was going down. You don't want to get too grabby with the ball and miss and let a guy escape a tackle. You got to get tackle first. But once you got him going down, you got to try to punch the ball out. It looks like we might have a case of cramps there.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Sweeney being stretched out down on the field.
Big series here. Need to get some 3 and outs here for that Edgewood defense. You know, this is the perfect place. This is where Monroe didn't want to be, down a touchdown. Edgewood's down instead. They've got probably a better ability to come back, but on the other hand, when you've got the Cheesemakers with the ball and with their ability just to grind out, and then we're going to start watching the clock too on how long it takes them to come out of the huddle and how many seconds they use off each play.
It's that time of year again. Children's Theater of Madison's annual preseason sale is underway. The biggest savings, the best seats at the house, all at up to 40% off. This season kicks off with CTM's holiday tradition, A Christmas Carol, in the store at Capitol Theater in Overture Center. Next spring, CTM will have 2 shows in the brand new theater at My Arts. Home is where the art is. Get the best savings now. Buy tickets at ctmtheater.org. 2 minutes, 15 seconds to go in this third quarter as Monroe leads 20-13. Looking to add on to their lead. Big 3rd down and 8 to go here. Handoff to Hernandez. He's up to the 40-yard line, which is about 3 yards short of the marker. So that brings up 4th down for Monroe.
And is that your 3rd and out? That's a little deep in your own territory to be able to.
They thought about it, though. Yeah. There was discussion there on the sideline before they trotted the punting unit out there, but they'll do just that now.
I'd say with the punter coming into the game, I would have said, run. You're not going to do much.
Yeah.
But the kicking game's been in front of the Cheesemakers tonight, except for the extra point. Oh, nice catch on the bad snap.
And the punt is up. Trudgeon's going to let it bounce inside the 15-yard line here. Nice punt there.
Edgewood takes over on downs. 1st and 10.
Marked at the 12?
Looks like.
All right, let's go.
Edgewood down a touchdown. Has 85 seconds to respond here in the third quarter, and of course, all 12 minutes of the fourth. But could certainly use some momentum here before the end of the quarter. All right, back to work. Edgewood from their own 12-yard line. 1st and 10, Hartley. Pistol formation. Make it a gun as Trudgeon motions. Handoff to Trudgeon going left. Oh, and he's big tackle there after a gain of 2 yards. Brings up 2nd and 8 from the 14.
Tackled by the Cheesemakers.
The announcer's favorite call, tackled by the Cheesemakers.
The Cheesemakers.
Because they are tackling 4 and 5 at a time.
You think anybody on the Cheesemakers knows how to make cheese?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Think they teach them that young in Monroe?
Part-time job?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Why not? Do you think they all like cheese? What about if somebody doesn't? I don't want cheese. We don't want.
I think that's an automatic expulsion, isn't it?
There, yeah, if you live in Monroe, hey, support your town.
Throw on 2nd down here, but that is thrown out of bounds. Intended for Cam Fain, but he didn't really have a chance at it. So that brings up 3rd down here for Edgewood.
We were talking to former Coach Pat Martin, Hall of Fame coach, about that. Every 2 years they had their Cheese Fest down there. And one year when I went down to interview him, he said, I got a few minutes here in between getting ready for the Cheese Fest.
Love it.
You know, the whole town gets involved in it. That great thing about being in small towns, all the activities that everybody can participate in. And after watching the Cheesemakers 30-some years, these uniforms are basic red and white, and they come at you. Team, it just comes at you. And right now they're going to see them put a little pressure on Edgewood on 3rd down.
37 seconds here in the 3rd quarter. Hartley dropping back to pass. High over the middle, and it's broken up. And guess who's there again, Dennis?
Triple coverage on that one. Wow.
But really at the middle of it again was Aaron Roy.
Roy was there along with Tucker Markham, who has a fumble recovery, and Jace Amacher. They closed on that ball, and Herring's made some nice catches, but there was no way that he was going to get that one. He got hit high, hit low, and hit in the middle.
And here comes the punting unit, a 3 and out for the Edgewood offense here at the end of the 3rd quarter. 31 seconds to go.
So, Edgewood needed to get a 3 and out, and then Monroe, okay. Now here's where you need an excellent punt to try to flip the field. Otherwise, you can see Monroe starting.
Yes, Seagreaves is at the 45-yard line of
Edgewood.
Of Edgewood, right. Punt is up. Good one. Bounces at the 40, at the 45, nearing midfield. It'll be down at the 49-yard line of Edgewood. So Monroe starts barely, but in Edgewood territory already with a touchdown lead. 23 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Monroe, Edgewood battling it out for not only bragging rights, as both of these teams are playoff eligible, they're battling it out for the Rock Valley Conference title tonight. Both teams undefeated in conference play. And it's the final week of the regular season, so that will be determined right here tonight.
That was a big punt for Klistinski, 34 yards, no return.
Handoff here on 1st down is to Flom, Jacob Flom, his first carry of the night. All the way up to the 40-yard line. Make it 2nd and 1 yard to go. As the quarter comes to a close, Monroe on top of Edgewood, 20-13. We'll take a break. The 4th quarter is next. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania, 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
If you're looking to purchase, Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
We welcome you back to Breeze Stevens Field in downtown Madison as we get ready for fourth quarter action. Monroe on top of Madison Edgewood 20-13 as we begin fourth quarter play. Monroe at the 45-yard line of Edgewood. Excuse me, the 40-yard line of Edgewood. 2nd and 1. Snap and a handoff again to Flom. Flom cutting. Flag flies as Flom fights forward. Tackled right near the first down marker. But the penalty going to go against Monroe.
Yeah, first time we've seen Flom tonight, the last 2 carries. He came in averaging 8 yards a carry with 6 touchdowns. One of the backs when the coach talked about, not about getting 1,000 yards as a player, but their goal is to get 1,000 yards per position. Left halfback, right halfback, and fullback. And he believes they've done that this year.
They've definitely got to be close if they haven't. 2nd and 13 from the 49-yard line. They're actually backed up into their own territory now at their own 49.
Yeah, picked up a few yards, and then the penalty sets them back.
Pitch to Seagreaves here on 2nd down, and Seagreaves sheds a tackle. He's up the left sideline. The 20, a diving tackle attempt, but no dice as JT Seagreaves goes all the way to the house. It's a 26-13 ball game.
51 yards on that scamper down the left field line. It looked like he was going to get nailed a couple of times, but once again, Edgewood's defense had the angle on him, just could not catch up to him.
JT Seagreaves goes to the house for the 2nd time tonight. Makes this a 26-13 game.
Seagreaves with runs of 57 and 51 tonight for touchdowns, and just looked impressive on both of them.
So his 2 touchdowns put him over 100 yards rushing.
So he's averaging 50 yards. Oh, now your average is going to drop like 20 yards with the other carries.
Wow.
But hey, exciting player.
He really is. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania on ESPN Madison. For nearly 50 years, Zimbrick Honda has provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles. Trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership will save you time. Reduce your car buying stress by finding the vehicle that matches your style. If you're looking for a new or used Honda, visit Zimbrick Honda in Madison today or check current inventory at ZimbrickHonda.com. 11 minutes, 28 seconds to go, and this is a 2-score game. 2-point conversion attempt to make this a 15-point lead. Handoff to Seagreaves, and Seagreaves is in. It's 28-13. As Monroe trying to give Edgewood their first and only loss of the regular season. And they're in good position to do so. 28-13. 11:28 to go.
You talk about quick strike. That was just a
2-minute drive?
Yeah, 2 plays, 52 yards on that drive in 55 seconds.
Oh, geez.
So for a team that likes to ground and pound, grind it out and whatever and take time off the clock, they're not afraid to score fast.
All right.
And they're taking a page from the Edgewood book tonight, but awesome second half, 3 touchdowns now in the second half. All 4 rushing scores.
Now, Dennis, if I'm not mistaken, Monroe has yet to allow a point in the fourth quarter of the season. They're trying to end the regular season perfect.
That is correct. And now for the season, that is now 43 rushing touchdowns, 3 passing, 43 rushing with the 4 tonight. And they came in averaging 365 yards a game on the ground and 26 yards passing. Not going to hit anywhere near 26 tonight. Unless Edgewood comes back and gets a lead, you will not see a pass from Monroe. Almost guarantee it. 1 tonight.
I think that's a safe guarantee.
One too many honest. For his coach Golembeski says, why? Make them make you pass. Why? Too many things can go wrong. Sack, interception, fumble. Just run the ball. he's a run-first kind of guy, and he's done a heck of a job at Monroe.
Kick is up again, kind of squibbish here on the kick. Oh boy, we've got a loose ball though, as it was touched there.
That's exactly why you do it.
Mateo Jimenez was the guy who fell on top of it for Edgewood. But, yeah, there you go, Dennis. As he tried to catch it with one hand, it fell out of his hand, so it was a fair ball, but then he just dove on top of it.
You get a better bounce on turf than you do on grass, but that ball took a little kind of a hiccup off to the side.
Yeah, right.
And, it's like a shortstop. You don't field it on the side. You got to get your body in front of the ball. But the smart thing was he went back, got it, and then fell down right away to make sure he didn't fumble. Ball security, very important. Now Edgewood's going to have to show some of the big playability because time is going to start to become their enemy. When Monroe gets the ball back, they're just going to grind and run as much time off the clock as they can.
First down from their own 25-yard line. Hartlieb out of the gun. Abe Thompson is the back there with him. 3 receivers left. It's Garcia, Trudgeon, and Fain. Pass. It's a dump off to Garcia. Garcia fighting forward. And not a lot of room to go. I think he got a gain of 4 or 5 there up to the 30 where he's pushed out of bounds. So gain of 5, make it 2nd and 5 from the 30.
Yep, Edgewood needs to get some points on the board, but no time for panic. Just work your offense, mix it up here, and then spread. And they're hoping to get some single coverage either for Fain or for Trudgeon.
4 receivers now, 2 to each side as Hartlieb will go out of the gun. It's Thompson again in his backfield with him. 2nd and 5 from the 30-yard line. Snap to Hartlieb. Hartlieb dropping back to pass, looking right, and he throws right. Oh, it was batted away by the defensive line of Monroe. Who got there, Dennis?
Looks like Seagreaves, number 11, right there on the side. Tried to come off there. I was just going to say that all those receivers, the big playability, Hartlieb has not had a lot of time to throw tonight, even though they're not packing the box with just rushing 4. Monroe's put tremendous pressure on. That time, the pocket just collapsed on both ends. And, again, 6'6" defensive end, get your hands up. You teach the lineman to get up and hopefully knock it. The only thing worse for Edgewood than that would have been if Seager caught it and ran it in for a score, and he has the athletic ability to do so.
3rd down here for Edgewood. Big play. Out of the gun again, Hartlieb with 3 receivers right, 1 left. Looking over the middle of the field. Oh, and he couldn't complete it to Cam Fain, who had space in the middle of the field. Brings up 4th down. Now, here's the interesting part. I mean, you're down 2 touchdowns, 15-point deficit. With 11:07 to go, you've got to go for it, I'd imagine, Dennis.
Yeah, are you going to get the ball back 2 times? You punt it? Or is Monroe going to run down and score, and then it's pretty much over?
Biggest play of the night here for Edgewood.
I think you got to go for it.
It's 4th and 6 from the 29. Hartlieb out of the gun. All 3 receivers in the game are to his right, as well as his back, Thompson. Hartlieb rolling right, throwing to the outside. It's caught by Trudgeon for the 1st down.
Solid call.
Beautifully
right
executed.
There. Yes, and beautiful, just a little curl outside, and Trudgeon looking the ball into his hands, making sure he kept his feet in bounds. Sure-handed point guard in basketball. Yeah, he can handle the ball, right?
No doubt about it.
Well, we'll get to see him play on the hard court this winter, too. Can't wait to see that. But first of all, they hope they have a long playoff run.
They're certainly hoping so. I mean, this would be, if they don't come back and win this one, it would be their only loss of the season, and it came in the final week of the regular season. Still plenty of ball game left. Snap to Hartlieb. Hand off to Thompson, and Thompson is wrapped up for a loss. On 1st down, a big loss that is.
That hurts. That was
2nd and 15, loss of 5 there on 1st down. So 2nd and 15 from the 32-yard line. 1st down marker all the way up at the 47. Pass to Fain here on 2nd down. He's good for a gain of 4 up to just short of the original marker. Make it 5. They'll actually put him right at the original marker.
That was dangerous. Double coverage there, threaded the needle, and then Fain almost escaped. The defensive back overran the play, and it was a one-on-one. If he breaks that tackle, he's got a clear shot down the sideline.
We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania.
What's shaking Madison? This is Aaron Norvell, the Scrapper. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Third down now for the Crusaders.
The Scrapper.
A scrapper indeed. Third down, pass over the middle. Herring's got it for a first down at the 50-yard line. This is where he's dragged down by 4 Cheesemakers. Mark Herring comes up big on third down for the Edgewood offense.
Big 13 yards on the completion. When in doubt, go to your safety valve, go to your tight end. Badgers got Jake Ferguson. Like to see them go him a little bit more often. Target your playmakers. In that case, a lot of targets for Herring tonight, and he's come through big time.
He has a big game tonight from Mark Herring.
Including a touchdown.
9 minutes to go. 15-point deficit for Edgewood, who trails 13-28 to Monroe. Here's the first down play. Hartley throwing it deep down the left side, and it will fall incomplete over through Cam Fain.
Double coverage there. Safety came over on the play, but wasn't anywhere near being completed. Stops the clock with the best thing with incomplete passes, and on the other hand, Monroe just wants that clock to run.
8:48 left.
I'd say this is a must-score drive for Edgewood.
I would say every drive is from this point forward, right?
This one, because if they don't score here, and Monroe come back and they could literally run the clock out. So Edgewood lost that timeout.
Right at the beginning of the third quarter.
You only got 2 left to use.
Good call, Dennis. That's why they call you the Dean. Here's the second down snap. Hartley, heavy pressure, dumbs it off on a screen to Trudgeon. Trudgeon working up the left sideline, sheds a tackle, but dragged out of bounds at the 40-yard line. A flag flies.
That was a tackle instead of a tackle. Looked like he almost flung him. Hard to tell if the defender was off balance on the play, but you don't do it right in front of the other team's bench.
No, you do not.
That's a no-no.
Jace Amacher there on the tackle and eventually the penalty. We'll see what the exact call is.
Great pressure. You bit. That was a good caller with the
personal foul call.
Yep.
So that's going to be a 15-yarder, Dennis.
15 plus it, and it looked like would have been just enough for the first down. It's about the 40, so should mark this off to the 25. Again, key number 3. Don't make those mistakes. Limit your mistakes. Do the little things right. That means
still plenty of time.
Make the tackle. Yeah.
Still plenty of time. 8:38 left in the fourth.
Well, that's a big one now with the personal foul.
Crusaders on a must-score drive here. Down 15 in this Rock Valley Conference Championship game. Monroe and Edgewood going back and forth. Monroe with the biggest lead of the game right now, but Edgewood trying to respond. Here's the snap to Joe Hartley. Hartley throws it. It was deflected once again.
That great pressure there by Monroe. Looked like I was thinking 74. It's 34 there. That's Caden Keister.
The Edgewood fan section, student section, has been throwing around like a referee yellow flag, Dennis. And they really want him, I think. They really want another penalty after they just got that big personal foul call. They're right across from us, Dennis. I've almost accidentally called the flag a few times. I have yet to do it, which is good. But that's a funny little bit that the Edgewood fan section is going on.
Good to see the turnout. Great student turnout.
Yeah, for both sides, indeed. Second down now. Hartley throwing right side, and there was nobody there as Cam Fain was cutting inside. A case of miscommunication there on second down.
Incomplete. Third down.
Well, again, stops the clock. Hey, we have to be thinking Edgewood, if they can score here, got to try an onside kick.
I would.
Get the ball.
I wouldn't doubt it, but it's still, there is a lot of time, and both defenses have been really solid tonight for the most part. So I don't know. We'll see. The second half has been a different ball game than the first half. But I would think you're probably onto something there,
Well, I
Dennis.
was hoping it wasn't just going to be a 2-3 score game. It had all the makings of a 3 or 4 overtime game.
Right.
Let's get that out of the way right away.
Snap to Hartlieb. Hartlieb eluding. The pocket collapse. He's got Trudgeon for a touchdown. Edgewood right back in. It makes it a 9-point game. Now, what they do here is the question. They're down 9. They go for 2 and miss it. It remains a 2-possession game. They kick the extra point. It's a 1-possession game. Do you get the 2-pointer out of the way now, or do you wait? That's what we'll wait to see here. For Coach Jesse Norris and company, what's the call going to be? The offense stays out. They're going to try the 2-pointer. $8:24 to go. Still discussing. As running back Abe Thompson gets the play call from the sideline. So Herring, Thompson. I'm trying to look at the skill players out there, Dennis.
It looks like
running back Thompson, tight end Herring, Fain, Garcia and Trudgeon.
Yep.
So here we go. Solo gun here for Joe Hartlieb. 2 receivers right, 3 left now. Trudgeon flexes to the backfield. Quick flip over the middle to Herring, and it is good. This is a 7-point game all of a sudden, 21-28, as Mark Herring catches a chest pass from Joe Hartlieb with 8:24 to go. Oh boy. This feels like a conference championship game, probably because it is one. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania on ESPN Madison. Brought to you in part by the GRB Academy. Baseball for the serious player. GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Find the program that fits your training goals and schedule this fall. With position player programs, pitching programs, and more available, you can reach your potential at the 52,000 square foot facility. Visit grbacademy.com for more information. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player. 28-21, Monroe on top of Edgewood with 8:24 to go. Monroe will receive the football here. We'll see what kicker Sam Klestinski has up his sleeve.
Another drive, exactly 3 minutes there. And Edgewood needed to be efficient with it. They were. Now you've got time to get a stop and to get the ball back. But the way Monroe can grind timeouts, it's a 50-50.
Klestinski will air it out here. And Monroe is lined up real short. This is it will bounce just into the end zone. That was a really good kick, only about a yard into the end zone.
Kind of a pooch to the corner there, and like the one that went out of bounds earlier, that one just went into the end zone.
So touchback for Monroe here. 28-21, they're on top of Edgewood with 8:24 to go. Still anybody's ball game. Edgewood defense needs to make a stand here, though, Dennis.
A 3 and out, short punt, and a short field. And then we get the question of tie or 2-point conversion. That's what the coaches get paid the big bucks for, right? Right. Not at the high school level, I'll tell you.
Right.
This is when the
big bucks might be a little bit of an overstatement. I think a lot of these guys do it more for the love of the game, but whatever floats your boat.
Extra case of 180.
There you go. First down handoff here to Hernandez. Nowhere to go there. As the Edgewood defense all over that one. Well, given their game plan all season, Dennis, I think Edgewood has a decent idea of what Monroe's going to do here offensively.
Yeah, you can just cheat on defense. I mean, you got to be careful they don't break a big one on you. And it's you got your keys for Seagraves. He's the guy that they're going to go to in a passing situation. Had the only catch and attempt tonight. But you can cheat with the guys in the box and put a little bit more pressure there up the middle. Yeah, and look at it right now. 8. Definitely 8 in the box. And Trudgeon playing just about 5 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Second down for Monroe. Handoff again to Hernandez. Yep. No room to go. Edgewood all over it again, Dennis. With 7.5 to go. The clock continues to run. but that brings up a crucial third down deep in Monroe territory for the Cheesemakers offense.
Need the stop here. Yeah, and the Edgewood players trying to get their fans into it over there. And the students. There we go.
And they are getting into it.
Gotta love it. I don't think anybody sat down over there the whole night.
It's the loudest it's been all night, though. That's for sure. 7 minutes to go. 28-21. Crucial third down here for the visiting team, Monroe.
A little bit Hell's Bells in the background.
Yeah.
Right?
Snap. Handoff. No, it was a fake, and he's sacked, Dennis. He's sacked on third down on a play action. They were looking to only throw their second pass of the night.
Yeah, and he's lucky he held that like a loaf of bread. He didn't fumble on that sack. He hit the turf pretty hard.
And the ball currently marked at the 11-yard line.
Actually, we're on the 9, so it's 4th and 21 from the 9.
Here's the punt for Monroe with over 6 minutes to play. Bounces.
There's
and it bounced the wrong way. It's inside the 35-yard line, I think all the way up to the 31. What terrific field position here for Edgewood. What the heck's going on out here?
There's the 25-yard average for punts that Edgewood was hoping to get from Monroe tonight. Monroe's kicking has been, except for that extra point, it's been pretty consistent. But just when they needed a deep one, now Edgewood's got great field position here. Where are we at, the 31-yard line?
You got it. The 31 of Monroe is where Edgewood takes over. For over 50 years, Pizza Pit has been delivering fast, fresh, and hot pizza. Pizza Pit, even easier to order now on the Pizza Pit app, which you can download wherever you get your applications. Pizza Pit. Don't forget the cookies or the ice cream.
Thanks, I'm hungry. I didn't need that.
Hartley on first down, dropping back to pass. He's got a wide open Cam Fain up the left sideline. He cuts inside. Cam Fain is gone. This is a 1-point ball game, 27-28, as Cam Fain puts the Crusaders right back in this Rock Valley Conference Championship game with 5 minutes and 56 seconds to play. My, oh my.
Cam Fain, I think, just invented a new dance step on that one. Kind of shuffled his way left, nice little dig to the right, burst through a hole, and nothing but green turf. Now, not grass, green turf in front of him. 31 yards on the play.
You've got to be kidding me with that. The first play of the drive. Cam Fain for a 31-yard touchdown. The extra point, though, up, and it is good. We are tied in Madison, 28-28, with 5 minutes and 56 seconds to play, which we will continue to do in 30 seconds. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania.
Cardinal and white, green and gold. There's only one place.
Pizza Pit Pizza!
Hi, Steve Meyer here with Pizza Pit. Score a touchdown by ordering a classic Pizza Pit pizza. Fresh, fast, and famous for 50 years. 8 area locations, you can't go wrong. Now even easier to order on the Pizza Pit app. Visit us in Stoughton, Oregon today.
Don't forget the cookies or the ice cream.
Prep Mania on Wisconsin On Demand is brought to you by Recover 180. Functional hydration with 3 times more electrolytes than leading sports drinks, half the calories, and 1/3 the sugar of competition. Reset, recharge, recover with Recover 180.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that wants to learn more about careers with Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
We welcome you back to Breeze Stevens Field as we are tied up in the Rock Valley Conference Championship game. Edgewood kicks it away. Monroe here on the recovery, starting from the 15-yard line. Tackle right at the 20. No room to go on that return.
By the way, the last scoring play, 7 seconds. That's a hurt. Beat that tonight, right?
That's tough to do. That's tough to do.
Fane, we're waiting to see him get a play tonight. A game breaker all season long for Edgewood. Wide open in the left side, the left side of the secondary there. Not sure what happened on the coverage, but then he had to weave his way through a few players. And wow, end zone, and the student section went wild over there.
5 minutes, 51 seconds to go. 28-28 is your score. Monroe now with the football.
Monroe can still grind out the clock, doing their patented wing tee, and try to go for the score. Edgewood a 3-and-out. Could be their game.
From their own 21, hand off to Seagreaves on first down. He's taken down as he tried to get to the outside, right at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down by maybe a future roommate.
Future roommate, Jackson Judge. Let's just start that rumor, shall we?
Yeah, let's start that. Two big play guys. You know, that's what we have for the Badgers this year, right? With Allen.
Yeah, Braylon Allen coming into the mix now, no doubt about it.
Hey, how about him last week? And how about Brady Shipper? Got to throw a little plug in for our local guys.
No doubt.
Brady Shipper maybe being the Groshek for them this year. But, hey, nice open field tackle there for Trudgeon.
It was a loss of 1, actually. 2nd down and 11 here as they're going to pass it downfield. Intended for Seagreaves. He comes down with it at the 35. 36 make it. That's good for a first down. What is that, only the second completion of the night, Dennis?
That's and second attempt.
Monroe doesn't throw the ball usually, but they do on that play. As George Brookwicki finds J.T. Seagreaves.
Huge pass play there.
Under 5 minutes now. Brookwicki under center. Oh, and we've got motion. Flag flies. That'll go on the offense. False start. Make it 1st and 15. Back it up to the 31-yard line with 4:41 to go. This game is tied, 28-28.
Another one of those little mistakes for Monroe.
Hey, Dennis, it was just, a few minutes ago you said something about overtime?
Oops.
I think that's a very realistic possibility all of a sudden.
Fitting if you're going to win a conference title and two evenly matched teams tonight.
What a great game. What a comeback by Edgewood. Here we go. Handoff again to Seagreaves. He's tackled in the backfield, Dennis. My goodness. This Edgewood defense has come with a new flair in the fourth quarter.
Andrew Budzinski broke through there. A nice shoestring tackle. One of the chief playmakers on the defensive side, both him and Trudgeon on this series with some big tackles. .47 to go. Plenty of time here.
Three and a half minutes to play. 2nd down for Monroe. Handoff to Hernandez, who's got a nice hole, but it's plugged up. Trudgeon along with several other Crusaders there to stop the run.
Yeah, Mason Folkers was in on that number 2 as well. Haven't called his name a lot tonight, but big playmaker there.
Back at the 32-yard line, first down marker at the 46, so make it 3rd and 14 with 3 minutes to play. Brookwicki dropping back to throw, and he will up the near side sideline. It goes out of bounds, falls incomplete. That brings up 4th down with 2 minutes and 54 seconds to play.
This is intended for Drew Indergaard, a junior wide receiver. Indergaard coming in with 3 catches for this season, and that one was not meant to be.
No, it was not.
Turned him around, out of bounds. So at least it was not picked off. That's the best thing you can say about that.
Wanakee over Fort Atkinson tonight, a final of 50-12 in Wanakee.
Over Beaver Dam?
Over Beaver Dam, excuse me, thank you. Punt is up here on 4th down for Monroe. Bounces. Trudgeon breaks a tackle, falls forward to the 39-yard line. And Monroe wanted a late block in the back. They're not going to get that. Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania brought to you by, of course, Zimbrick Honda. For nearly 50 years, Zimbrick Honda has provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles. The trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership will save you time and reduce your car buying stress by finding the vehicle that matches your style. If you're looking for a new or used Honda in the Madison area, check out Zimbrick Honda in Madison today or go to ZimbrickHonda.com to search current inventory. 28-28 your score.
The dancing
2 minutes
man.
and 45 seconds to play.
Hunter, what are we going to do with this guy here? He's dancing.
I'm excited, Dennis. It's a tie game with under 3 minutes to play. First down, Hartley flinging it downfield. He's got Cam Fain in Monroe territory. And he's brought down at the 30-yard line of Monroe on first down. My goodness, Edgewood.
I'm going to say coming in, Monroe had not given up a point in the fourth quarter. They've given up 2 touchdowns. Here's number 3 on if Edgewood can punch it in.
From the 30-yard line.
Big play, 31 yards on that completion. The playmakers for Edgewood have come through tonight. Herring done a great job at tight end, and both Trudgeon and Fain. And then it all starts with the quarterback, Hartley, standing in there against some tremendous pressure, making a big-time throw there.
Hartley out of the gun again. Trudgeon in the backfield with him. 3 receivers right. Here's the first down handoff to Trudgeon. Trudgeon trudging along, and he turned what should have been nothing into something there. A gain of about 4 yards up to the 26.
Just kept his feet moving, tried to, good pad level, and then got a little bit of push from the offensive line there too.
Clock continues to run. 1:45 to play. Edgewood with 2 timeouts remaining.
It comes down to it. Edgewood's got 1. No field goal attempts made actually this year for Kostinski.
Hartley throwing right side. Intended for Herring. He dove to try to make a catch, but was unable to come down with it. Stops the clock at 1:25 and brings up third down.
Yeah, this ready to be about a 43-yard field goal attempt. The guy that made the has made a field goal for Edgewood this year actually is Finn Collum at a 35-yarder. And that's because Kostinski had been banged up a little bit, so they put Collum in and he got it. So interesting to see who they go with it if they have a field goal attempt here.
Lot of time left still. 85 seconds to play. Third down from the 26-yard line. Play action. Hartley eluding, throwing over the middle. It was intended for Fain, and he couldn't come down with it, so that brings up fourth down.
Big breakup by Aaron Roy there on the play. And
Fain is down on the field. Helmet is off.
He took a hit, too, on that play. So 43 yards would be the field goal attempt. Check the wind out there. Those flags are whipping pretty good.
UW Credit Union's online and mobile banking goes above and beyond with top-rated service and security that exceeds industry standards. Explore innovative and intuitive ways to manage your money anytime, anywhere. UW Credit Union's in-house team of engineers and developers create digital banking solutions designed for you. Learn more at uwcu.org. UW Credit Union, one of our proud partners. Great to work with a team like that. They help put together our UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week each week. This week it is JT Seagreaves of Monroe High School. He's had a big game tonight, 2 touchdowns for him. As the Cheesemakers and the Crusaders of Madison Edgewood were knotted up at 28 points apiece with 1:19 to play. It's fourth down for the Edgewood offense, who is in Monroe territory.
And it's going to be Kostinski.
He's coming out.
Trying to make
ball at the 26, so that makes it a 43-yard attempt.
And it looks about dead center. Straight on kick here.
A 43-yard attempt for Sam Kostinski with 1:19 to go. Hold is down. Kick is up.
Yes!
He made it!
Yes!
A 43-yard kick is good for number 44, Sam Klestinski. And Edgewood has regained the lead, 31-28 with 1:13 to play. Are you kidding me?
And you hear the coaches right next to you there going at it. The Edgewood coaches going nuts. Wow, he drilled it. It was lined up dead center. Good line drive kick. Cleared the crossbar, room to spare. Outstanding effort. We have not had a game-winning field goal. Well, Wanakee got a field goal, and then it ended up, it was a 3-point margin,
right.
But not like this. Not with 1:13 to go in the game.
Wow. Sam Klestinski has to feel on top of the world right now. A 43-yarder to take the lead.
Jesse said he's made 50-yarders in practice, so he had confidence in him. But coming into it, he was 0 for 1, missed one earlier. So now 1 for 3 on the year, but biggest kick of his life. He's going for a conference championship. They'll be talking about this. If Edgewood holds on here, they'll be talking about this graduation parties for the next 30, 40 years.
Wow. For Edgewood's first ever undefeated season, if I'm not mistaken. Kick is up. And it will be returned from the goal line. Oh, shedding tackles, making some space is Jay Schaumacher.
With the return, tackled by number 2.
The 23-yard lines will they're marked out. 1:05, 65 seconds.
And they have to go 77 yards for a touchdown or a field goal. We have a time. Oh, this is tough.
Man, oh man.
They have to burn a timeout right here.
Recover 180 timeout called for Monroe. Recover 180. Reset, recharge, recover with Recover 180. The premium hydration solution for anybody that lives life on the go. Find Recover 180 wherever you get your hydration beverages. Reset, recharge, recover with Recover 180. 1:05 to go. 31-28. Edgewood on top of Monroe in this Rock Valley Conference Championship game. Both teams 6-0 in conference play coming into this one. Monroe's 7-1 overall. That was a 1-point loss way earlier in the season, week 2. Edgewood 8-0. They've outscored opponents the previous 2 weeks coming into this one 100-0. They've allowed 28 tonight, but they've put up 31. 65 seconds to go. It's go time for Monroe's offense. First down. From the 23, it's a handoff to Seagreaves. Gain of 2 up to the 25, but we're under a minute. The clock runs. Second and 8, 50 seconds. Clock continues to run. 45 seconds now.
Yep, there's the negative of ground and pound offense. You got to be able to put the ball in the air. You got to or get big.
Out of here, right? Snap to Brookwicki, who's under center. Handoff again, nowhere to go. Timeout used here for Monroe with 30 seconds exactly on the clock. Another Recover 180 timeout used here late.
Think about it. Edgewood's only year going to be in the Rock Valley Conference. And say, yeah, we were conference champs. That's what they're trying. They're a few seconds away from being able to claim that title. And most likely number 1 seed. 9-0 conference champs. Yeah, I'd have to say they deserve one. But it kind of depends on WIA, how many unbeaten teams and conference teams they put in their bracket, too. Sometimes they get overloaded down in this area.
We will have playoff football all the way through all 7 state championship games here on Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania. Each Friday on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Yeah, regular season's over, but hey, we got 5 more weeks.
We do indeed. All right, 30 seconds to go. Third down. They're throwing here. Lofted high, out of bounds on third down. With 25 seconds left, it's fourth down.
That was
for Monroe.
Seagrave split out left, trying to find him, and he just looked as the ball sailed over his head out of bounds.
And you can hear the Edgewood fan section just going bonkers. They know what's going on here. One play away from an undefeated conference championship here. Here we go. No bigger play than this one. Fourth down from the 25-yard line. Bruckwicki under center, dropping back to pass, looking for Seagraves. He's got him for the first down, turning it. He's down at the 45-yard line. Clock stops at 18 seconds while they mark the football. Big first down there for the Cheesemakers.
Came into the game with 6 receptions. That's his 9th now, his 3rd of the game.
Bruckwicki again to pass, looking, throwing again in the direction of Seagraves. Trudgeon almost picked it off, but fell out of bounds. Ball fell out of his hands. There's 5 seconds to play.
He's trying to catch it and keep his both feet in bounds, and I think took his eye off a little bit at the end there, but he had 3 defenders in that area. Make no bones about it. You're going to Seagraves. That's your playmaker. They're not looking anywhere else. He had the catch to get him to the 45, but now one play, it's a Hail Mary time.
This will be the final play of the game, I imagine.
Which is kind of fitting. Hail Mary, Catholic school.
There you go. There you go. Timeout taken by, they signaled Edgewood. I don't know if that's accurate, but nonetheless, Recover 180 timeout call.
Here, you make sure nobody gets behind you.
5 seconds to play. 31-28. Edgewood comes back. Down 15 points. They have scored 18 unanswered. And they are 5 seconds away from an undefeated conference championship season. Which all comes down to these final 5 seconds from Breeze Stevens Field in Madison. Here we go. George Bruckwicki under center for the Cheesemakers. Play action, pressure coming, eluding, flinging downfield. He's got Seagraves. Seagraves is tackled, and the Edgewood Crusaders have won the Rock Valley Conference. They've gone undefeated in the regular season. 9-0. The Crusaders roll.
11:28 in the game. They're down 28-13. 18-0 run to close it out, and a big stop here. And wow, the only year they're going to be in, they're going to be in Capital Conference next year, but they'll be able to say, yeah, we're the Rock Valley Conference champions. What a game. Both these teams, it was a great move to have them in the league this year. I thought it was a nice fit after years of getting pounded in the Badger Conference. But congrats to Coach Norris when he took over. He said, yeah, hopefully 4 or 5 years we'll be in the running for a conference title. And here they are in year 4. And now awaiting word from the WIA tonight where they're going to be, and most likely, hosting up to 3 playoff games if they're a number 1 seed, and they deserve to be.
And here come the fans.
No, yep, and right.
Here they come. They were holding them back, but here they come. The fans celebrating the Rock Valley Conference Championship on the field here at Breeze Stevens Field with the Edgewood Crusaders. Victorious tonight. Down 15 points in the 4th quarter. Edge it out with a 3-point victory thanks to the leg of Sam Klastinski. Hit a 43-yarder with about 90 seconds to play, and Edgewood holds on. 31-28 your final. We'll recap it next. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania, 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
If you're looking to purchase, finance,
Fan section got the green light. They're on Breeze Stevens Field celebrating an undefeated regular season. A Rock Valley Conference championship as the Crusaders roll tonight 31-28 over the Monroe Cheesemakers. What a season for Edgewood.
And now the second part.
Now
comes the run. You got the conference title. You got you've got your rivalry games. Then it's the conference title. You want to get the number 1 seed. Now it's level 1 of the playoffs. And every week you win, you get to play. If you lose, it's time to check in the equipment. Edgewood does not look like a team ready to check in the equipment in week 1. So hopefully a nice long playoff run for the Crusaders. Great game both ways. Outstanding performance by Monroe. Had the lead, but just could not. And needed a stop or two. The big plays for Edgewood. We waited all game, and Cam Fain came through with a couple of awesome catches. Jackson Trudgeon and Mark Herring, they're triplets. You got the 3 running backs for Monroe, but when you got 3 playmakers like that, and then the signal caller at the end, can't say enough about what Joe Hartley did tonight running the show here. A year ago, he was sidelined with an injury, came back senior year, and he's been outstanding.
What an outstanding game. What an outstanding comeback by Edgewood. As I mentioned before, down 15 points in the fourth quarter, Dennis. How do you do that? How do you come back and win by 3, score 18 unanswered?
You need some stops. We saw Kimberly come back from 4 down against Arrowhead in the state championship game. You got to get a stop every time, and you got to be able to execute an offense and punch it in. Make the plays you have to make down the stretch, and keep your poise. There was no panic in that. And then the coach even going to a go for 2 now. Kick the extra point and get a stop, and let's come back and score, and that's exactly what they did. But a lot of guts out there. 44-yard field goal, first field goal made for Klasinski this year, only the second for the team. Column had a 35-yarder a couple of games ago, but wow, this one's going to go down in Edgewood Laurels as one of the best plays and one of the best games in school history.
Just unbelievable. What an unbelievable way to end the regular season. 31-28 again, your final, as the Edgewood Crusaders finish the regular season 9-0, 7-0 in Rock Valley Conference play. But next week, records thrown out the window because it's playoff time. Now, this is typically the time in the broadcast where we tell you what we've got coming up on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania next week. The truth is we don't know because the brackets haven't been released yet, but I'll tell you this much. Go follow us on Twitter and Facebook at ESPN Madison. We'll announce our week 1 of the playoffs, week 10 overall matchup as soon as we know it. But Dennis, it's been an absolute pleasure to work the regular season with you, but you're not done with me yet, man. You're stuck with me as we continue to roll on through the postseason. Edgewood reigns victorious tonight and in the Rock Valley Conference, 31-28. Coming up next, we've got a scoreboard update presented by GHC, a game rewind. A big thanks to Hunter Vaughn.
There we go. We're going to have our trio in the booth, hopefully for playoffs. We'll see what happens if we can do a streaming for the games. But Hunter, awesome job. Alex, been a lot of fun. It's a great year, and hey, it only gets better. Camp Randall Stadium in 5 weeks. Here we go.
Can't wait. Big thanks to Hunter Vaughn, who's been in charge of the video production element of our Prep Mania broadcast the entire season. This isn't doable without him. So big thanks to Hunter Vaughn, spending his Friday nights with me and Dennis. He's sandwiched between us tonight. I'm surprised neither of us got a good punch to the arm. We'll send it back to the studio after a quick break. Scoreboard update as well as a game rewind. This was a fun one. I imagine the game rewind will be too. We'll do that next. This has been Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania. For Dennis Semra, Hunter Vaughn, I'm Alex Stroop.